What is up? I was gonna end the music, but you kept going, and I'm like, oh, he's digging it. He's feeling it. He's liking this.
Where's our official beginning? Where's our
I don't know. Who
Where's
knows?
our theme song? Get the theme song going.
I don't even think it's in here.
What?
It's not in here.
Oh my gosh.
I
All right, well
know.
then because Phil is not here, I'm gonna have to do it.
Oh, just
You're now
like that.
listening to Distance Nerding. He's John S. 5000.
And he's the Beard Back Floors
And we're here
to nerd
together.
Very good.
Ooh,
Awesome. For the
positive.
114th time, we're talking about anything pop culture, movies, food, music, wrestling, whatever you're talking about. We want to talk about it.
Yep. And you can catch us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, and Linktree. All the socials at Distance Nerding.
Oh my gosh.
On deck,
It's been crazy.
on deck tonight, we have the Geek End Update.
You mean the Geek End Update?
Oh, shoot. Oh, well, wait, you gotta break that thing up, too.
No, that's for later. That's for later. That's for the
Yeah,
intro.
that's for later. Okay, so, yeah,
But
so
we're
we
gonna-
got the Geek End Update.
We're going to recap some KyberCon, dude. So much fun. So much
Oh,
fun.
yeah, so much fun for you.
You were there in spirit, sir. Thank you very much.
No, where I was on my couch crying like a little girl because I wasn't there. So, lights, camera, reaction.
We got a trailer full of trailers, thanks to the superb owl.
The download.
I didn't know you had an owl in your repertoire. The download, all the movies, TV streamers, and park news just for our nerds.
But first,
let me get a shout out.
I
told him he should upload it all, but he's like, no, I'm just gonna play it from the thing.
Oh, let me do my thing.
Okay. I'll do my thing, then you do your thing. So shout out to Podex. In fact, this episode is powered by Podex. Podex are unique interview questions and episode starting prompts in the palm of your hand. So whether you are a new podcaster, an existing broadcaster, looking to grow your audience, or get more engagement, you're going to want to check out Poddex. Use code nerding10 at poddex.com for 10% off, and that's 10% off the decks themselves, the shirts, the hats, the coffee mugs, all the little tchotchkes that they have. There's some pretty cool swag, actually. Yeah. Use code nerding10, 10% off those pod decks. We use pod decks all the time. We use them when we do interviews, when we do cons, when we do interviews with guests and celebrities. They end up working out really, really well. So yeah, make sure you check out poddex.com.
Yes. And also, shout out to Dubby. There's no Dubby on the screen, but I'm going to do this thing anyway live so you can actually physically see me doing this. You ready?
Oh, wait. I think I have that.
Oh,
no, I don't.
Okay. Well, in any
Just
case.
kidding, I do!
Woo! W is an emerging brand of energy drinks created to help focus, concentration, reaction time with no jitters or crash. W contains no maltodextrin and sugar, no fillers, artificial colors, or dyes. Now, you might be asking yourself, what makes W different from other gaming supplements? Well, W is one of the few drinks that contains Neurofactor, a nootropic derived from the coffee fruit. Neurofactor helps give your brain focus and clarity, while the 150 milligrams of caffeine and 3 essential B vitamins help you stay alert and energized. To find out more about Dubby, you can head over to www.dubby.gg and you can utilize wait, this is my part. Get the hell out of my way. Use code NERDY10 for 10% off at your checkout because Dubby brings focus, clarity, and no amount of confusion to your training. It also fuels my perversion. Thank you very much. I'm out, young man. Thank you, master. That's Dubby. Code NERDING10 for 10% off at your checkout at www.dubby.gg. James, back to you.
Oh, that was beautiful, sir.
Thank you.
I'm very impressed with you.
Appreciate you.
I dig it. You know, I haven't tried all the new Dubby flavors, and I keep forgetting, like, hey, wait a second, I could buy Dubby myself. But I haven't because I'm always using Philippe's.
I was gonna say you go over to Phil's and just take it.
I know.
Just take it. Is it time? Do I have to shout in my house and like get everybody all like freaked out because I kind of want to do it?
I mean, if you feel like it's time,
hell yeah,
it's time.
It's time. Hang on. Are we ready? For this thing? Go ahead and hit it. The Geekend Update!
That was awesome. Look at you go. Dude, KyberCon 3, just this past weekend in Fairfield, California, celebrating Kyber Cave's 3rd anniversary being a Saber store here in Northern California. So much fun. I wish you could have been there, Mr. Forrest, because it was amazing seeing everybody in person and seeing all our friends and extended friends. It was really cool. Like, I walked in, I'm like, okay, let's see what's happening, because I drove up and there were, I don't know, 15 Saber battlers outside on the lawn just battling. I'm like, what? Am I in the right spot? I have to be in the right spot because look at all these, Saber battlers. But they were just out there practicing. And this is outside of the con. And I go into the con and I saw some amazing vendors. So shout out to some of the vendors that were there. Like, I saw my friend Amy who was vending there with her husband and her 2 kids. So cool, raising them right. It was really cool. I looked down, I was talking to like some of our friends, like John D. Michaels and some of our new friends at New Rock Stars. And I looked down, I'm like, oh, there's like a baby pop-up, like little fence thing right in the middle of all the vendors. I'm like, how much for the baby? And they're like, oh, that one's not for sale. And you turn around, I'm like, oh, wait, that's my friend Amy. So she brought her little baby. It was so cute. So it was so cool.
That's freaking adorable.
But it was awesome. It was like, it wasn't a huge con because it was a real small con, but it was nice and intimate and contained. I saw a bunch of friends. Shout out to my buddy Chris, who I just told like the day before. And he's like, dude, I will totally go to that. And he drove down, checked it out. So that's cool. I put it on Sat Geeks, and some of our friends on Sat Geeks came down. So shout out to Matt who came down. He's like, "Yeah, I'll go check this out. This looks like fun." So he came down, and it was really cool. Of course, our good friends, Mrs. Fours was there. It was cool. Actually, I think that was the first time I've met her in person. Like, it's funny because we talk all the time. Like, all of us are talking all the time on chat. But it was
Yep.
the first time I saw her in person, so it was really cool.
That's also the first time I think anybody besides Van has
Mhm.
seen Anthony.
Yeah, Anthony was there. He was really cool, hanging out. It was cool.
And I saw that Dave showed up too.
Dave showed up with his son. Dave did some battling, so it was awesome.
I heard there were welts and scars to be remembered from that little
Yeah, but it
event.
was really fun. It was really fun. Shout out to Twilight Nights. They were really cool. They were like, impromptu battle, bring it. So it was really cool. Dave's like, this is the only reason why I'm here. He just wanted to beat some people up with his sabers. So
Oh my
good for him.
gosh.
But Mezzo, shout out to Mezzo, shout out to Van. Who else did I run into? Oh, you know who showed up, which was really cool. One of our favorite Jawas, Tim Donaldson, one of the
Mhm.
original Jawas, showed up, and he was signing autographs and talking to people. I really, really love watching Tim interact with fans and attendees because people are like, "Oh, you played a Jawa? Oh, wait, in the original? Oh, you were 5? You're the youngest cast member of the original Star Wars film? Can I get your autograph?" Sure. And then he has his like pictures and everything like that. So it was really cool hearing his story. There were some awesome panels too. Shout out to Tommy Bechtold and Eric Voss from New Rock Stars. They ran some panels with young Phil because that's how young Phil does. He likes to be near the mics, and he was amazing on the mics.
So we did a kind of a live impromptu last minute Kyber Cave gaming the other night.
Oh yeah.
And Van got on the show with us.
Oh nice.
And he was saying, I didn't expect all the big prizes to go all just like that in the beginning. like just boom, 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 saber, 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 saber. Like I guess Tommy and Phil got on a roll, and I guess the big prizes were kind of supposed to be spread out. Nope, all win at the start.
Yep. I should have warned Van about that because that's how young Phil operates. I've had that problem too, where it's like, "Hey man, I brought these Funko Pops. We're gonna be giving them away all day," and he's like, "Awesome." 10 o'clock hits, by 10:10, he's giving them all away. I'm like, "Dude,
Oh my!
what are you doing?" He's like,
gosh.
"That's all we have." He's like, "I just got caught up with giving stuff away and making people happy." I'm like, "Oh, Jesus."
Gotta do it like a raffle, bro. You gotta like give away one prize, wait 10, 20 minutes, give away another prize, like keep them in the auditorium,
Yeah, that's young Phil. You give him prizes and he wants to make people happy. So Kyber Cave was amazing. Panels were great. Seeing everybody in person was great. John D. Michaels came all the way from South Korea, his only US appearance, from Squid Games.
If you missed him, you missed him.
It was really cool to see his panel. And it's nice because he has like the Hollywood insight, but he also has this other outlook about like how Netflix works, how I don't know what they call it, Korean Hollywood, Korean film industry, how that works and how it operates as him being, an American or expat, So it's really interesting hearing his story. So that was super cool. Tommy and Eric from New Rockstars were amazing too. Everybody was super interested in like, oh my God, you are a YouTube celebrity, like let's talk to you. So shout out to New Rockstar, shout out to their new network, their new channel coming called The Deep Dive.
Oh
so
my
that
gosh.
is on its way.
Well done. Sorry,
I'm trying to think if there's any. Shout out to Joshua Pila who did some amazing flow artistry. That was really cool too.
Did he get the fire out?
He didn't get the fire out. We were inside. Oops. We were inside. So
gotcha.
in auditorium. Come on.
The Husbeard is here.
Oh, let's see. Geek Saga is here. What's up? What's up, Eugene? But then also we got the Grave, the Ghost. The Ghost of the Graveyard.
Husbeard?
What's up, man? How are you?
Wish you were on the show with us.
I know. You
I know
guys can jump in.
I know what he's up to. It's Tuesday's his busy night.
Is it? Gotcha. I don't know if I can. I haven't shared this, but I'm going to share my screen. Are you guys ready to get into some trailers? Some lights, camera, reaction?
Let's see. Just got a message from Phil. He just got home. Got an update.
Do I have to
at-
wait?
Yes.
Do I have to wait for his
Yes.
to watch this trailer?
Yes.
Come on.
Yes. Yes. Oh, wait. Yeah.
What do you say?
He says he'll be on in a sec, but let's wait for the trailer. So
Okay. We got a bunch of trailers. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Fast X, The Flash, Indiana Jones, and the Dial of Destiny. So real quick, we held off because there's news and there's trailers to get to. So next week we'll probably cover Creed 3, which also dropped during the Superb Owl.
I'm so ready for that movie.
Really? You're into it? Okay, cool.
Oh my god,
Awesome.
dude, you're talking to a big Rocky fan. Huge
Dude.
Rocky fan.
Michael B. Jordan and Jonathan Majors. This movie is coming out at the perfect time, like at the height of both of their careers. Like,
I know, man.
oh my gosh, this is going to be huge. So we're going to cover that next week, and we're going to cover Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
Ooh, that's going to be sick.
And I have a cough.
Well, while we're waiting on Phil, I guess let me ask this question. Did you get an opportunity to see last week's unbelievable Nintendo Direct?
No, tell me about it.
It was disgusting. It was the best Nintendo Direct we've had in 2 years. They brought the fire this Thursday on Kyber Cave because they had 3 games drop in demos. So we don't have them yet, but the demos dropped. Graveyard and I are going to be playing all 3 brand new demos from Nintendo this Thursday. It's going to be a lot of fun. So that's going to be really, really sick. But we've got the latest trailer to Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which it's basically a Breath of the Wild sequel, but everyone's all like, oh my God, they're continuing that animation style. Yay. We got some RPGs from the old Sega Saturn and Sega CD and Genesis and whatnot coming back.
Sega Saturn? I haven't heard that mentioned in a decade.
Dude, Sega Saturn was the greatest system ever made, hands down. Because X-Men versus Street Fighter. So there's some stuff.
Okay, it's time to do the show. Let's do the show now.
Run it back. Run it back.
Look at this guy.
Oh God, I'm sorry, everybody. I got off of work late. I'm so sorry for being late here.
That's all right. I did all the screaming for you.
I saw that. I was actually watching, and I appreciate you guys getting.
Don't forget to download and subscribe. Thank you.
Exactly.
I'm going to subscribe.
I'm just going to watch the show as is, the way that you guys are doing it now. I mean, what do you need me for?
We need you to drop some audio because it's not programmed into StreamYard. So that's what we needed back in the day. But, you know,
I had my Debbie screen. That was helpful.
Yeah, and we did it a cappella style. We did it. Burr, 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 burr.
Saw that. I saw him go, Debbie.
I wasn't going to be interrupted this time, damn it.
It was great, man. So give me 1 second here. I'm going to open up the iCloud. That way I can get everything on the screen. I was rushing when I got home, and I was like, okay, I've got to do the keynote and get everything ready. And then I open the keynote, and it's already done. And I'm like, oh, James already did it.
Yeah, well, it's hard to do it when you're driving, right?
Yeah, at all.
Let's get going though, because you know I'm excited for some of these trailers.
Oh, so am I, man. I'm
you owe fours because I was about to play trailers without you, and he's like, "We should wait." And I'm like, I'm like, maybe we just keep going. And Fours is like, "No, let's wait. Let's wait."
We don't need him though. Is James's entire reaction? We don't really need him.
We can watch some trailers.
Like, I'm entertaining enough on my own. We don't need Phil.
No, we decided to wait because we're good people.
Oh, just because he forced your hand, sir.
That is true. Force my hand where? Okay, let's not.
Well, the best part about being unofficial is being official.
Oh, you are pretty official for an unofficial guy.
Yep. I'm
All
gonna
right,
show
so-
you how to like wrangle the news together, and then it's gonna be my job here is done.
All right. So, to conclude my thought, the Nintendo Direct was absolute fire. We had Metroid Prime 1 remake, which pissed a lot of people off because they were expecting Metroid Prime 4, which did not come. Sea of Stars, which is a new independent RPG, which is more of a spiritual successor to Chrono Trigger and Secret of Mana, which is going to be the most fire RPG this year. We have new Fire Emblem Engage update stuff, which I've already got downloaded because that game is killer. Kirby. Kirby has a remake for Return to Dreamland and a brand new epilogue stage. Pikmin 4, which Mrs. 4 is absolutely freaked out on, which was hilarious watching her do that.
You called that, dude. You said Pikmin was going to be dropping a new game.
Yep. I called the whole damn Direct.
Yeah,
I called the whole
a lot
damn
of those
thing.
games you called, man. Like you called that. You called. God, there was another.
Oh, and I called Bayonetta, and we got a Bayonetta prologue game. The only thing I didn't call was Metroid Prime 4.
But you did mention that they were going to be coming out with a new Metroid, though. I mean,
Yes.
I mean, technically not new, but I mean, it's still Metroid, you know?
Yes. So, so that's everything from Nintendo. So, James, back to you.
Back to me. All right. No, that was great. That's great. I'm glad you you brought that up because I didn't have any info on that. So that's awesome. Thank you, sir. And it looks like Cam's kind of excited for some stuff. What does he say? Professor Layton is coming to the Switch, and I'm ready for it.
Yep. Professor Layton, because there's no more DS titles, it's made its jump to the Switch. So if you like brain teasers and mysteries and stuff like that, that is right up your alley.
That is awesome. Okay, let's get into some trailers. Just get going here. I was telling Fours over here, young Phil, that we're gonna hold off on Creed. There's just so many superb bowl trailers. So we're gonna hold off on Creed, hold off on Transformers, and we're gonna do Guardians, Fast X, The Flash, and Indy. Is that cool?
Yeah.
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 All right.
Let's do it. Let's do it, guys. Because now it's time
for the download.
Is all that stuff in banners? Are all your sound effects somewhere?
No, that sound effect in particular is a part of the actual keynote.
Gotcha.
So if you run the keynote onto the page, then you're able to do that. So you have access because we have it as a thing. Like if you go to iCloud.com, you should be able to access that, right? Yeah. So when you do it that way, that sound effect in particular is already on there. Just when you hit next, it'll automatically play
it. Gotcha. You may have to find the links. I didn't put the links in the whatchamacallit in the thing. I just put a still.
Oh no. Okay. No worries. We can do this. I'm gonna
quit your slacking.
No, I didn't realize that you didn't actually put the videos in.
I mean, quit my slacking.
So we're gonna start with Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you get that. And by the way, we already talked about KyberCon 3, and it was amazing. And by the way, kudos to you, young Phil / DJ Anonymous, because you did a great job, not just like co-hosting with Tommy Bechtold from New Rockstars, but you did a great job DJing. And I don't like to give you compliments because your head's big enough already. But
I was just gonna say, did James just give me a compliment?
Hey, I'll take a page out of James' insulting book and say congratulations on giving all the best prizes away within 5 minutes.
Normally, I would take all the blame for that, but both me and Tommy got super excited because Tommy was like, "Got more stuff to give away, right? Let's do this."
See,
poor Van was like, "Wait, stop! No, stop it! Wait."
Those were the hooks. Those were the hooks.
Yeah, so we both got like super excited about like giving stuff away. Yeah.
That's funny.
And he was like, to be fair, I don't normally do this kind of thing. So I mean, you know, he was like, I was kind of leaning on you, and I was like, yeah, and I just kept going. So he was like, we got more stuff to give away. Let's give away more stuff. And he was like, oh shit.
We ran out of stuff.
By the way, you
part
know,
of it too is that he was having so much fun doing trivia that he just wanted to give away more stuff too.
he is not afraid to buy people's affection.
No. It's like I gave away a bunch of stuff too.
I know. But real quick, shout out to you. Shout out to your other persona, DJ Anonymous, because you know the music was great. Everybody was super excited the entire time. But then Mr. Hooper, you know, had a little performance and he was super happy with your DJing skills, right?
Yeah. He sent us a couple messages after and was like, yo, shout out to DJ Anonymous. He killed it. And it was like, right on, man. Like that makes me feel good, especially when I haven't DJ'd since like 2015, dude. So it's like, you know, I have not like got on, I haven't pulled out tables and like, you know, like mixed anything in almost 8 years now. So I mean, them 8 years now. So it's humbling and gratifying when somebody tells me that I did a good job.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. He didn't have to say that, and he even wrote it out. He was just like, "Hey, shout out." So that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
All right, let's get into this trailer before your head explodes.
All right. All right. Well, I am excited for this. Now, all this stuff I watched during the Superb Owl, and man, I'm excited to like watch them in full and react here. Initial reactions on Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm sure you guys. Well, I know Forrest wasn't watching the Super Bowl, but what are your guys' initial reactions if you have seen these?
Well, I'm super excited for this movie. It's what, like 3 months away, a little less than 3 months away. I'm excited to see how this wraps up for James Gunn and for Guardians. Like, it feels like all bets are off the table. Like, it feels like James Gunn is not afraid to kill off some of his, you know, major characters. I feel like they may kill off some major characters, you know, for the sake of telling a good story. And that's how you should do it, right? So I'm interested to see what happens in this film. I'm excited.
Right. I agree. All right, let's Forrest, any initial reactions?
Let's watch the trailer.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm Star-Lord. I formed the Guardians. Met a girl, fell in love. That girl died, but then she came back.
Okay, so we're getting Gamora back then.
Well, I mean, isn't this all old footage?
That her throwing him against the wall doesn't seem like old footage. I think
the handhold. Okay, the hand-holding
thing was. This scene that just happened right now definitely is something new.
Okay.
Came back a total dick.
Oh, please. He left out some important information, but that is the gist of it.
Good footage.
Same time every night. Fall to the ground and I wake up.
My sacred mission
Is to create the perfect society.
Oh,
He
baby
didn't wanna
rocket.
make things perfect. He just hated things the way they are.
What's with their uniform or their spacesuits?
I want you all to know that I'm grateful to fight beside my friends.
Incinerate them.
Oh, so maybe Drax goes.
We were always searching for a family until we found each other. Are you ready for one last ride?
We'll all fly away together. Into the forever and beautiful sky.
Whoever it was that you were in love with, it sounds more like her.
Her? That's ridiculous.
Do not bring me into
Don't
this.
even.
Knock it off!
What?
Just never noticed how black your eyes were.
They were replaced by my father as a method of torture.
He picked a pretty set.
Okay.
That's amazing.
I don't know about you guys, but right off the bat, like things that are exciting the hell out of me when it comes to this. Adam Warlock doesn't look like he's going to be a minor character. Like Adam Warlock, literally, he's in a fight scene where he's on the ground. That doesn't say you have a one scene thing in this movie.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
You know,
he
like,
looks good.
He does. You know,
Believable.
Exactly. And then Adam Warlock, there was something else that was in my head that I was like, oh man, I got to bring this up, and I forgot it already.
Watch it again. Run it back.
Let's run it back.
All right, Forrest, what do you think?
I am going to have to give this 10 Groot arms holding 10 guns out of 10 dance-offs.
Oh.
That's what I was going to say was the High
Callback.
Evolutionary. Like the High Evolutionary looks awesome.
That was a good callback.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this one. I give this 10 adorable baby rockets to 10 pretty sets of nebula eyes.
Nice.
Super creepy.
Right.
By the way,
I've never noticed how black they are.
Yeah. Side note, just because we talked about James Gunn, going off to DC, running DC, we talked about the lineup for Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. Booster Gold was in that, right?
Yeah.
I don't know why this flashed in my brain, but like, what if Chris Pratt jumps ship and he becomes Booster Gold?
Oh, dude, Chris Pratt is the perfect person for Booster Gold. He plays,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, he plays that character so well, even just by accident.
Ego,
right?
But flawed. Can show feeling.
My only thing
really
is,
mess things up.
My only thing is Chris Pratt as Booster Gold. I don't want him to be a Peter Quill clone. I would want those characters to be distinctly different. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
Right here. Eugene says I give it 8 Walkmans out of 10 Groot arms.
There you go. That's pretty good.
Very
That's
good.
pretty good.
I'm gonna give this definitely 10 Adam Warlocks on the ground out of 10 Zune players, because remember he gets a Zune at the end of the last movie.
Oh.
What? Nice callback.
Yeah.
I like it. I'm in.
Well done.
Let's keep it going.
All right. So the next one that we got up here, boom. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We got.
You're saving the best for last, aren't you?
Don't know what you mean here, sir.
Let's just get through these fast, shall we?
All
so
right.
you are not excited for this?
Like, I don't care about Fast 10. It's not.
Truthfully, I'd have preferred Creed 3 over this one, but hey, it's not my show.
You give this 2 Herbie the Love Bugs to 10 Kit Cars. I don't know.
All right. Well, let's watch. I mean, the trailer does look good. But the thing is that it's mindless action at this point. It's not, the nuanced movie that the first one was. So,
by the way, everybody loves this 10 Groot wielding arm thing. I think 3 of us use it.
Really cool.
This is Jason Momoa is an amazing villain. That's 100% true. Oh my God, my future ex-wife movie. 9 body rockets out of 10 gun wielding Groot arms. Everybody loves it. I love how much everybody loves that character. All right, let's watch this trailer.
Cut.
Yeah, she doesn't have the bowl cut anymore.
Wow.
Good for her. She got a
Huge
stylist.
Forrest gives this 2 I hate this franchise out of 10. No more of these.
You know, every week I'm on the show, I get more and more creative with my scoring, and I think this particular score is not going to fail you. You ready for this?
Let's go for
First of all, I like the franchise, and this movie looks pretty dope. So I am going to give this 8 American muscle cars
it. Okay.
out of 10. Shit.
Yeah, I know, right? It's always the second one. It's always the second one that gets you.
No, I had it and I lost it. Put me on pause. Y'all grade it. Come back to me.
All right, James, go for it.
Man, you know, I stopped watching these, but they're always fun. They're such good like popcorn movies. Like you kind of suspend, you know, belief of what's happening, you know, cars going into space and whatnot. But you know, like they showed him jumping out of or the car dropping out of a plane. It's like, oh my God, how unbelievable is that? But it's like, if Batman did that, you'd be like, okay, Batmobile. You know?
But like 10 times more on that. It's like, oh, we harpooned this car, and then he jumps a bridge and destroys the helicopters. Like, it's so bullshit.
You don't know that.
That car does not weigh that much to take out 2 helicopters. I'm sorry.
I remembered.
Okay, what's up?
Go for it.
It's 8 American muscle cars out of 10 obvious Lobo auditions.
I dig that. What do you give it, James?
I'm kind of excited for this. It's not a movie that I'd be like clamoring for, but I'm into it. Let me give this 8 slow motion booty shakes before a race to 10 Jason Momoa's going, my man.
My man.
My man.
Cam says 10 cross necklaces out of 10 Aquamans.
There you go. He's into it. That's good. I like
Geek
it.
Saga says 5 NOS bottles out of 10 bridge jumps.
Okay, he's halfway there. Maybe he just needs to hit the button for some more Nas.
I know,
and,
right?
And increase that.
You guys might like mine right here. So I'm giving this 8. I don't have friends. I got family. Out of 10.
John Cena!
Points for dropping the sound effects.
That's why I was like, I've got to drop a sound effect on this one just because I have one, right? Why not? I mean, it's interesting. It looks like a movie that I would enjoy to watch. Just kind of what you're saying, James. Like, I would definitely watch this. Now, the thing is that, again, like you, I'm probably 3 or 4 movies behind in the series to begin with. And I mean, that's an easy remedy. I mean, literally, Tyler has all those movies on Blu-ray, so I could like just borrow them from him and watch all of them. Right?
Nice.
But again, like, you know, I'm behind on these movies. I definitely need to play some catch up to watch these movies before I jump into this one. Like, you know, I know. I generally know that John Cena is his brother, but I don't know like what the whole relationship with them is.
Where was The Rock?
Vin Diesel.
Yeah, him and Vin Diesel don't get along. So I mean, like, you know, famously, you know, Dwayne Johnson already said that he's never going to make another one of these movies.
You can't have 2 bald people in a movie. That's the thing.
I mean, Jason Statham's in it, and Jason Statham's, you know, he made a movie with The Rock in this universe. So
that's true. That's true. And he's in it. John Cena's in this. Dude, everybody's coming back for this movie except for The Rock. I'll be right back. I'm gonna shut the door. You guys keep going though.
Okay. So I mean, you know, I there is a level of I want to watch this movie, but again, like, I'm not 100% sure I'll go see this in theaters, right? Like, I mean, it's definitely a movie that probably will do well in theaters. I would think so. I mean, there's a reason they've made 10 of these movies and they're making an 11th one, right? 11th is supposed to be the last movie.
I would need one of those sort of evenings where like I'm sitting and I'm so freaking bored and I'm just tired of watching, Justice League reruns on HBO Max that I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go to the movies and watch Fast. Just because I
That,
can.
that should say a lot. Where it's just like, what am I gonna watch tonight? Should I watch the Fast Saga because I've never seen it, or am I just gonna rewatch Justice League
Justice
Snyder
League.
Cut? It's just like, am I just gonna
No.
rewatch
It's
Snyder
the
Cut?
animated Justice League.
Oh yes, that's also good too. But I mean, like,
Or am I gonna watch season 4 of Golden Girls for the 78th time
I mean,
No.
before I go
no.
nine?
Or am I
That's-
gonna watch Supernatural season 12 for like the 18th time?
yeah, you know what we've been watching lately at night is 16 Candles.
16 candles. Sorry. Go ahead.
Right. No, it's fine. It's one of the most amazing movies to ever be made. I love that the Night of Oa said Golden Girls because yes, that is one of what we call in my house a night show, which means we watch the Golden Girls when we go to sleep. And I
So,
will stay
so
up and watch like 4 or 5 episodes before I actually pass out.
does that accompany Bob Ross?
We don't watch Bob Ross when we sleep, but I mean we do watch Bob Ross.
Oh, that's what we got to do next week. There's that movie, the Bob Ross movie trailer.
Right.
We'll add that for next week.
For sure, for sure.
It should be called This Little Tree right here.
That's funny.
And a happy tree.
Night of Oa, I would like to thank you for being a friend.
Geek Saga. But I would still watch the Gilmore Girls before this movie. So moving on to the next trailer here, guys. I'm excited for this one.
Creed 3.
No,
Let's
this is
go.
the first time I'm watching this trailer after the Super Bowl. And I kind of waited for it because it's like when I watched it during the Super Bowl, I was like, oh my God, this was such a great trailer. And I'm excited. I'm
I
excited.
have not seen this yet. I waited till tonight's show to watch it.
Oh man, it's gonna be good. So let me pull this back up. Boom! That's right, ladies and gentlemen, The Flash. If you haven't watched this trailer yet, oh, get excited because it is so good. I've seen some people critique some things, but I'm gonna wait until after the trailer to talk about that. So,
Grant, I'm so sorry, my friend. You deserve better.
Greg
I mean,
Gustin.
oh, and Grant Gustin is a great Barry Allen. I feel like for all the problems that he has, I feel like Ezra Miller would make a better all of a sudden Wally West. I feel like he'd make a better Wally West than a Barry Allen.
Yeah, he's young. This
Not
Ezra
just
Miller
because
feels young.
not just because he's young, like he gives off the young vibe, but more so because he's witty. He has like the comebacks and the snappy jokes, and that's more of a Wally West thing than it is Barry Allen. Barry Allen's a little more serious of a character.
Mm-hmm. Like Grant Gustin portrays him as.
And right, I was gonna say Grant Gustin plays a great Barry Allen, right? Like I said, I would have felt better if if they portrayed it as Wally West, but they did make him Barry Allen. So either way, let's get into this trailer here. Let me switch the screens again because it's not on there. But I mean, I guess the nice thing is that we get to do it full screen, right?
Oh yeah. See, I brought that full screen.
Yeah. All right, we ready for this?
Yeah.
Do it.
So that's awesome.
There's oh my God, so much awesomeness that's in this. Now, it very much has more of a Snyder feel than it does anything else, but it is a little more lighthearted. The critiques that I've seen a lot of people complain about with this trailer in particular, center more around the lighting, like people complaining about how Keaton's Batman it doesn't have the same lighting that that he had in the 89 and in the 93 movies and everything like that. But I mean, regardless of those critiques, dude, he didn't move like that in the 89 Batman movies or in the original Batman movies.
No, but his neck was very stiff, which was like, kind of iconic for that version of Batman. It was very stiff, but I dug that.
Yeah. Oh, Uh,
I'm looking into it.
yeah. It says that we may have been.
Warner Brothers got us.
Yeah, Warner Brothers not liking that we watched the trailers.
Boo.
They said even new rock stars couldn't even run them.
Boo.
So what does that mean?
Let me take a look here. I think I did get an email from
Oh, shiznit.
YouTube here.
So, Forrest, what did you think of it?
I may have to go back and watch it a couple, 2-3 more times to really take in what I've missed because it moved so fast.
Right. What did you like? Were you surprised by anything?
Yes, I was very surprised by a few things.
Dude, I was super.
I was surprised by 2 berries.
Yes.
I was confused because I was trying to figure out which Barry was the one who went into Batman and Superman to warn Bruce about it's Lois. Lois is the key. I'm trying to figure out which Barry was the one who did that.
The one with the long hair, because I remember that was one of the things that they kind of emphasized on was that he had the long hair. And what's funny is that
I forgot about that.
yeah.
I wonder if that plays into this.
I was and the other thing that's kind of going through my head is this the first is this like the pilot? Is this the dawning of the gun era? Or is this the last before the gun era begins?
This is the last before the gun era begins because this movie was already in production before Gunn came into play.
Okay.
Now, James Gunn has said on like Twitter that this movie is one of the best superhero movies that he's ever seen, right? And he had no involvement in it. He's saying that it is an amazing movie. But he said,
is this going to be canon to his universe?
yes, he said that this is the catalyst that opens up the universe that he's creating.
So this is the flashpoint to Gunn's universe.
Now, the question is he making it so that the universe that we've seen, the Snyderverse and everything like that, is not being erased? It's just a different universe than the one that we end up in.
I bet it's going to be something like that.
I don't know. There's a lot of multiverse going on. I'm seeing a lot of the same characters. You got 2 berries on the same screen. You got Batfleck and Michael Keaton, and I'm trying to figure out what's going on there. And
but that's fun. That's their version
and
of
you
like
have short brown-haired Kara, which I'll be honest, I'm not digging her at all.
What?
No.
You want Blondie? You want
I
Blondie?
want long blonde-haired Kara. Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. That's has no bearing on my score. Yeah, it's a lot. I get the feeling this is going to be a very long movie.
Oh yeah. It's James, do you know if they've announced the runtime on it yet?
I'll take a look.
And yes, that is Sword Art in the background you're hearing.
Sword Art Online.
That would be my son.
Or Sword Art Online synopsis. Sorry, I had to do it.
Right now, it's reported to be 2 hours and 30 minutes.
What? That's a long movie.
So it's got a decent amount of time on it right now.
That's not a Lord of the Rings, length, but I mean, for superheroes and action and dialogue and all this stuff, I'm just kind of wondering, what the heck else are we going to see? Okay, so I'm going to give this kind of an unfair score for this. Is like the 4's incomplete score because I need to watch it 2-3 more times to really get it all in. I'm going to give this 8 lightning bolts out of 10 flash rings.
Yes. Oh, dude, that was another thing. I'm really excited that they did the ring because he hasn't had the ring in these movies yet. So it's awesome that he's gonna have the ring where the suit comes out of his ring.
I'm really hoping because we really haven't been shown villains. Like I didn't see villains, like a single villain, or
one
I
of the
missed it.
things, I think one of the things that they were talking
Zod.
was we did see Zod.
We saw Zod, but that again, I think that's a throwback.
Yeah.
I really hope.
was
I
new
really
Zod,
hope.
so
I want Thawne. I really hope they give us Thawne.
I don't think we're gonna get Eobard Thawne, dude. I think if anything, at we might get a tease of Eobard Thawne, but I don't think that we're gonna get I don't think we're gonna get Reverse Flash just yet.
Because he's a catalyst, a big one.
Right? Because
Like,
I mean,
he was
a lot of people were saying that they thought that Thawne was gonna be in this movie because he is a big part of Flashpoint Paradox, but like. The way that they're playing it, it seems like they're using more the aspect of messing with universes and timelines. It looks like there's going to be a lot of Barry on Barry, so kind of just fighting himself.
No. It's okay, James. We're talking about Ezra Miller, so he can get away with saying that.
Okay, got it. Okay, good.
Yeah. I can get away with saying, they just do crazy things, and it's not. I'm not saying anything about them. And their life and their lifestyle choices, more that they just do weird things in general, like weird things for just anybody. Right? Like, allegedly kidnap people and
anyways.
Suspension part 2.
Yeah. Hey, this is where we get suspended. We're talking about Ezra Miller doing weird things. But going off of that, but going back into what we're actually talking about here. I think some of it's going to be, like you may not have a clear-cut villain because you think of the line of like kind of what I talked about on Thursday last week, right? Barry is kind of a jackass because he's kind of not heroic in certain cases because he almost destroys an entire universe over something that's completely selfish, and they put that in the trailer. Right, because in that trailer,
everybody knows the story.
Yeah, they put that in the trailer that he completely almost destroyed a universe because he wants to bring his mother back. So I think that is going to be that's going to be the growth point for Barry, but then also going to be a level of playing against yourself kind of thing. You know what I mean? Hey!
She's a chocolate dog.
She's a chocolate dog.
I'm excited for this movie. I think it's just enough like differences going on. Like instead of Superman, we're getting Supergirl, and it's a different version of Kara that we're used to. We're getting 2 iconic Batmen in this, and it looks like they're playing significant roles. Ezra Miller, we're getting 2 Ezra Millers. We're getting Zod back, which seems fun. It's a oddly gonna tie into some kind of Snyder verse.
I guess. Could you see like Henry Cavill sitting at his couch, he's watching the trailer, he sees Zod come up on the screen, he's like, man, F these guys.
He's like, I could have done that. Come on.
I could have been in this movie.
I know. That's funny. That is funny. But I'm excited for this one. I think we got enough like Batman being Batman, like Michael Keaton and the whole ominous and dropping on people and doing the fight scenes, and then Affleck on the Bat bike, running through the city.
Dude, that bike looks just like the one that
Christian Bale was on.
It looked
right
like the Bat Pod, dude.
And I don't know if you've seen the stills from this trailer, but Affleck is wearing a different suit.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like weirdly almost webbed. I don't know, like 3D printed webbed. Once you see it, you'll figure it out. But also his cowl and cape are blue.
So like OG style Batman.
Like almost Adam West blue.
Right. Oh, wow.
Yeah, it goes back. So it looks pretty interesting.
Think Adam West if he was jacked. Like, just think about that. Like, think what Adam West as Batman would look like if he was just completely jacked.
Spoiler, there is an Easter egg for the Adam West version of Batman 66. They show like a lineup of the bat suits,
Mhm.
and I think the very first one was a bat suit with a blue cowl with the Adam West Batman logo.
I was gonna say with the painted on
What?
with the painted on things on his mask rather than having like
They
the-
didn't show that part.
the brows and everything the way that Affleck and Keaton's masks look.
The Sharpie eyebrows, they didn't show that. They
Oh
didn't
god,
show
the
that.
Sharpie eyebrows. God, I have. He's over there. I was gonna say I have a Adam West minifig. I should have grabbed him, but dude. And then Michael Shannon. I'm pretty sure that that's new footage. Some of that looks like new footage. Like the first time when they first reveal Zod, that looks like from Man of Steel, but then they have the scene where he drops the blade out of his arm, and that looks like it might be something more like either that was cut footage or it's something that they filmed anew with Michael Shannon to go up against Kara. So I mean, like I have a feeling that we're gonna see, like we're seeing Michael Shannon as General Zod again, and it's
Yeah.
not just reused footage.
I'm surprised they didn't like make it a bigger announcement.
That Michael Shannon was back.
Yeah.
I mean, that they probably used this to be that shock moment, right? Like, oh my God, Michael Shannon's back, right? They had a couple of those in this trailer. You know, there's
Yeah,
a couple of moments in this trailer where you have like these shock moments, right? Like you see Keaton pop up, right? Which is super awesome, right? Like you see Keaton pop up in the trailer, and you know he says, "I'm Batman," like the way he does in the original movie, right? You get the Kara reveal twice actually, because there's a scene where they flash her face, and you're probably like at first like, "Whoa, you know who was that?" You know, and she had laser eyes, you know, she had heat vision. So who's this? And then they reveal that it's Kara, right? So then you have that, and then the Michael Shannon reveal. You know, you have you know what seems to be new footage of Zod, you know, and things like that. You have the double berries. I mean, there's a couple of different little shock value things that they have in this.
I like that. It felt very DC animation Elseworldish,
Yeah.
you know, where they take you know origin stories or you know comic book stories and kind of spin them, and I dig that. Like I just ended up watching what did I end up watching? Oh, Red Sun, you know, the DC animated Red Sun, you know, and it's just fun seeing different stories like that, or like you know Throne of Atlantis is
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh, Throne of Atlantis was really good.
I love
really
stories
good.
like that.
Yeah,
I think this feels like it's going to be an Elseworlds type thing.
yeah.
So
Because
I give this.
I was gonna say Throne of Atlantis was where it was the new 52 title where they reworked all of Aquaman's kind of backstory and they made him a
Mhm.
badass and not just a dude who talks to fish.
Right, exactly.
He went from super friends and be like, oh, you talk to fish, that's all you do, to you know, I've got super strength and I can beat the shit out of Superman at will. So it's like,
Right.
you know, because I'm Atlantean, so I have, you know, powers of the depth.
And I'm also Lobo.
Yeah.
All right, young Phil, what do you give this? We gotta keep moving.
Oh, 100%. I'm giving this 10 Michael Keaton's moving like Batflex out of 10 Kara Zor-El just destroying stuff because she's Kryptonian.
Gotcha. I want to give this. I want to say, let's say 9 bat suits out of, and I want to give it 10, but there's something's holding me back. Out of 10, amazing special effects scenes. That's something we didn't talk about. It was that the effects looked really, really good in just the trailer.
Yeah. So you can
And
imagine what the effects are going to look like in the movie.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm excited for this. By the way, this comes out June 23rd.
Oh, it's not too far away.
We have that's literally 2 really great movies per month starting next month.
Mm-hmm.
Every month.
Yeah. Shout out Cam saying New Rockstars had a breakdown of the Flash that dropped earlier today.
Mm.
I know you guys shouted them out earlier, but one more time, shout outs to our friends over at New Rockstars.
Tommy Bechtold.
Tommy Bechtold and Eric Voss. Can't wait to see them on the show. I've said too much. Let's go.
They were super cool. They were just super cool, down to earth dudes. It's this weird like crossing of paths, and I like it because like he was just a guest on Comic Book Nation on Phase Zero.
Yeah.
The same week we had Matt Aguilar from Comic Book Nation on the show. So
Right.
it
And
was kind of fun.
what I liked is when we heard their story, I immediately looked over at James and like, it's us. This is literally us.
Yeah, that was funny.
The two of them are literally us. Right? Like Tommy's the guy that likes to be on screen and likes to be in on the picture, and is the funny, loud dude and everything like that. And Eric is like, well, I usually don't like being on camera, but I will if I have to. Like that's James.
That was Forza night today. We're like, oh, we gotta wait for young Phil. Okay, I guess. All right, let's keep this thing going.
Go. So the next trailer I've got here for you guys, or James
third
has
wheel.
here for us. James did everything for us today because he's the man. So, yes, that's right. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny has a new trailer. I am so excited for this, guys.
Dum 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 dum.
Yeah, I'm just an old man and whipping across chasms.
Apparently, he took the title back from his son, who he didn't want to.
By the
have
way,
that title.
we got to talk over this trailer because, we got to make sure. So Warner Brothers took us down. We don't want to let Disney take us down too.
Yeah. I'm going to turn the audio down a little bit so you can hear us over it. And are we ready?
I'm ready. Go for it.
All right.
You ever met? My memory's a little.
Mads Mikkelsen.
Mads
I like
Mikkelsen is built to be a villain in Indiana Jones 100%.
Yes.
Hold on.
Sala.
That was Sala, right? Yeah.
That was Sala.
I love it. She's rescuing him.
Yeah.
Look at his gray hair. He's so old.
Oh, look. Harrison Ford in a
I miss
plane
the
that's on
desert.
fire.
I know. Oh, that plane. Like, he doesn't move like that.
I miss the sea.
Because they said they de-aged him. So that means
Yeah.
he did some of those scenes.
I miss waking up every morning,
Sala. God, I love that.
Yeah.
wondering what.
So
I love
good.
the callbacks in a lot of these movies where it's just like we're not going to ignore the fact that these movies,
those
have a rich history. You know what I mean?
Perhaps not.
Next summer.
I don't believe in magic.
And the whole thing is like, I'm wondering if this gives us more.
There
about,
was
like,
there was
what-
de-aged Harrison Ford right
I
there.
saw that.
And I've come to believe it's
There's a
not
dial.
what you believe.
Hold on, with that?
It's how hard you believe it.
Oh, of course, the callback to the rock falling and everything like that.
Yeah. The huge boulder. Or maybe it's just an homage to Fast and Furious or Fast X.
So we're fighting Nazis again. Does that mean when they go present or that they're fighting Russians?
That's the key.
Godfather.
Oh.
Get back.
Who brings a whip to a gunfight?
I know, right? Well, the other thing is does that mean if it isn't Russians because they tried to go into the Cold War in the last movie, which people want to refrain from acknowledging? Does that mean that they're fighting a secret society? That they're fighting some sect of Nazis that are just went underground, right?
Maybe they go to Argentina to find Hitler.
Right. I mean, that would be an interesting concept to okay, well, we want to continue fighting Nazis. How do we do that? Oh, let's make it instead of the Nazis themselves, we're going to fight a secret society.
Interesting. Forrest, good sir, what do you think? Indiana Jones, are you excited? Are you hyped up for this? Is your whip in a knot?
I yeah, I'm gonna give this 5 whips out of 10 Wookiees.
Oh, oh, 5.
5.
Wow.
Wow. He is not-
Fives.
See
Why
the-
did it have to be fives? Oh my
5
goodness.
whips out of 10 Wookiees.
You are not excited for this. That's totally okay. Are you a Indiana Jones fan? Do you not like the franchise? Or you just like, meh? Okay, I'll give that to you.
He's not. much of
So
a fan
so
of-
Raiders was a blast.
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Temple of Doom was on my last nerve at about the 18th Scream.
Oh.
Last Crusade was a
Kalima. Kalima. Kalima.
that wasn't the Scream I was referring to.
No, I know. It's the female character that screamed.
Yeah.
I know. But we
Last
go around out of it. Come on, man.
Last Crusade, and then
Really?
Crystal Skulls.
Oh yeah.
We don't, I think we're not allowed to talk about that anymore.
We refrain from talking about Crystal Skull, but really, so you didn't like Holy Grail as much?
I don't know. I just maybe it was just the phase in my life I was at. I was just like not excited.
Because I know a lot of people who will, like, some people weren't big fans of Temple of Doom, but which I understand that they really went for it with Temple of Doom, but Last Crusade is arguably, a lot of people will argue whether Last Crusade or
Raiders.
is or which one's better. Like, most people argue between both of those movies.
I will say I am going to see this. I will watch it because I've seen all the rest. So I do want to see how it ends. If they go out like on a high point. So, but yeah, I mean, if it were an absolute no-go, it'd have been 2 instead of a 5.
I see where you're coming from. I have hopes. Honestly, I had high hopes for Crystal Skull 2, and then I was sorely let down when that movie came out. So, like, I get it.
It's
I
like
get it.
it's like the disappointment with the third Mummy movie,
Right.
You wanted great things and then they just didn't come.
Right. I totally get it.
Like,
For
there were aspects of that movie that I did enjoy, but I mean, it wasn't like as it wasn't as good. Yeah, like, it wasn't as good as the 3 before it. Again, like Temple of Doom being one that a lot of people have, they're kind of like iffy on. I enjoyed Temple of Doom better than I like Crystal Skull, but I mean, like, yeah, it's like, yeah, like the 3 original movies were where you got Indiana Jones. I think the sci-fi element of because you have like a fantasy element in the first 3, but then you get like a full-on sci-fi element in the 4th one, and it just kind of turned people off.
All right, let's talk about this one. What do you think of this one? Phil, rate it. I want to see what you're going to rate this.
Based on the trailer alone, because again, there's a lot of nostalgia in the trailer that kind of just pulls me back into it. I mean, again, I'm basing this on the trailer, and how much do I want to go watch this movie? I'm giving this 10 old man Salas out of 10 whips in a room full of guns.
All right.
Because this is a movie that I want to go see. I am a huge Indiana Jones fan. Outside of the 3 movies, I did watch Young Indiana Jones. It was something that I enjoyed a lot, and I have a lot of attachment to the series, So definitely something that, like, this is one of those series where, good or bad, I'm gonna go watch the movie.
What about the Indiana Jones Chronicles? Did you watch that too?
I didn't actually.
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot of people did. I tried to find it, and it's like, no, it's nowhere. It was on ABC. It's like on nowhere now.
Yeah, they scrubbed it and we're like, yeah, no, we're gonna not acknowledge this.
I know. We're gonna leave it at River Phoenix and move on. I want to see this hit some notes for me.
Yeah.
You know, they got me with the John Williams music, and you know, I think my recipe for Indiana Jones is like, give me him fighting some Nazis, give me him going on a treasure hunt. You know, and I think that's kind of all I need for and give me a whip and a fedora. That's all I need for Indiana Jones. Like,
Right.
go make it fun. I like that treasure hunting aspect. Like, I don't know if you guys are watching Bad Batch, but they just had that episode of I think it was called Tomb, where they went on a mini Indiana Jones like adventure through some like, you know, temple or something like that. And it was fun. And I was like, that's what I like. That I want that, like
with the weird Horizon Zero Dawn monster at the end of that episode.
Spoiler alert. Anyway, but you know what I mean? Like, give me treasure hunting, give me Nazis, give me a fedora, and I'm in. So hopefully you don't give me some aliens. But I want to give this 8 whips out of 10 fedoras. Easy enough. All right. So let's stop there with trailers, because let's save Creed and Transformers
For next.
and Paint, the Bob Ross film.
Mhm.
Let's save that for next week. So there's
So
3
excited
trailers
for
next
Creed.
week.
So excited for Creed.
Where can I watch 1 and 2?
Voodoo.
Okay, Voodoo.
On Vudu? Okay. It's
Vudu.
not on like, I don't even know who produces it. It's not like on Paramount Plus or something.
Mm-mm. No, you'll have to. No, I went looking for Rockies and everything. I ended up receiving like all the Rockies for Christmas on Blu-ray, which I was super happy about. But I had to rent Creed. I didn't want to just outright buy it because it was still like $20 per movie, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna buy that just yet.
I own both of those movies because those movies are wonderful.
They're
These are-
wonderful movies.
Yeah, the first movie is amazing. The second
It-
one wasn't as good as the first one, but I mean, yeah, it's
I thought it was fantastic. The
No.
freaking desert.
well, no, that's what I'm saying. They're great movies. The second one I don't feel was as good as the first one, but they're still good movies. Because I felt like they kind of shoehorned the antagonist into that movie.
Yeah,
Well,
I can see it. I can see it, but they let you know like right off the bat there's no intent to kill, and that's all I'll say.
Right. But again, like the first movie was just the amount of emotion in that movie was just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's such a good movie. You know, the Creed was really good. Because again, kind of that same thing. They tell you right off the bat that this is Apollo Creed's son.
Did Creed come out before Black Panther?
Yes. Because
Okay.
Creed was partially what led to Black Panther.
Not to mention the fact that Creed, B. Jordan did 2 straight years of boxing training and getting into shape. And
That's cool.
I heard the documentary about his diet, which for 2 years being on that diet is not only stupid but dangerous.
Oh
But
yeah.
he
But I mean,
looks incredible.
same thing with when you look at the way he looked in Black Panther. I mean, like he looked super jacked in that movie, you know?
Mm-hmm. One can only live so long on nothing but broccoli, rice, and chicken.
Mm-hmm. Which that's like the basic like stepping stones for most bodybuilders. That's like what they usually eat.
Which is dangerous and stupid.
Mm-hmm. Cam gave the trailer 10 old man Indiana Joneses out of 10 digitally de-aged Harrison Fords.
Why didn't I think of that? That's good.
Shit, that's good.
Okay, let's get into some news.
Railgun.
Forrest, you want to stick around for some news? I know you had to bounce, so it's up to you.
I will stick around for a couple stories. I got about 10 minutes. If I don't sleep tonight, I'm going to kill somebody tomorrow.
Hey, if you fall asleep on stream, I'm totally okay with that. Just if you start snoring, we'll just mute you. That's fine. Don't worry about it. That's fine.
All right. Well, guys, now it's time for the meat of the show. You already heard it earlier, but now it's the part where we talk about it's time for the download.
Don't forget what?
Getting into the news here.
Check out Distant Stonington Post on Facebook. The Distant Stonington Post. All the trailers, all the news, all the rumors, all the reactions. Shout out to our boy Cam because he is posting. Like, he posts so fast.
He does, though.
Philippe and I were messaging during the Super Bowl. Like, are you posting it? And I was like, "Are you going to post this?" And he's like, "Cam already posted it. Why do I need to post it?" I'm like, "Oh, okay."
No,
right."
no. I said
Same
we.
guy.
I was talking about how because we were trying to keep track of what trailers we were going to talk about on the show.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, if there's anything that's failing, Cam's already posted it in their post. So I
Exactly.
don't know how he moves that fast.
Shout out to Cam. Well, he's like an hour ahead of us.
Yeah,
'Cause
but it's happening at the same time. He's already got the trailer online.
I'm just trying to give explanations. It doesn't have to be right, but okay, let's keep going.
That's why he's so good at what he does.
Into some Hagar news. Oh, this one. Sorry,
This one's
Hagar.
Hagar.
Chris Brown, the cartoonist behind the Hagar the Horrible comic strip and son of Hagar creator Dick Brown, has passed away. Oh, that's super sad. So Chris Brown died following a long illness at the age of 70. So Chris Brown took over working on the strip after his father retired and passed away. So working with his brother Chance and cartoonist, working on the strip in some form from 1989 to 2023. Over half the life of the character, Chris Brown kind of took it over for his dad.
Mhm.
So how cool is that? Like he kind of kept the legacy going of his father's work. So that's super cool. That's a long time, like 34 years.
Yeah, and Hagar the Horrible has been like I've always remembered, watching this one and who's the what was it, Jughead, Jarhead? The
Archie one?
No, the soldiers. It was like usually right under Hagar.
Jughead.
It was Jughead.
Jugheads.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, I think you're right. Hagar actually celebrated its 50th publishing anniversary earlier this week on February 4th.
Oh, celebrated 50 years after I celebrated my 36.
Oh, that's so sad. Well, I mean, think about it. So Chris Brown took it over in 89, from 89 to 2023. So he was running it longer than his father, which is kind of odd. So super sad, but it's some amazing work. The strip continues to be distributed across thousands of newspapers every day, publishing in over 50 countries. I don't know what's going to happen now, though.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're going to keep going.
Does somebody take over, or does it go? And considering that he took it over from his father, like I would hope that somebody takes up the legacy on this.
Yeah, and it looks like maybe who is it? Chance Brown? Maybe Chance Brown is keeping it going, so we'll see.
And Chance Brown is his brother, right?
Yeah. That's what it said in the start. Okay, I got some quick hitters, so I don't know if you want to chat about it, but we'll just keep going. So some DC news. There's been a lot of DC, stuff going on between, stuff getting canceled and, James Gunn and Chapter 1, Gods and Monsters, and everybody's like, what's going to happen? So one of the things that was announced and everybody was worried that it was going to be canceled, Constantine 2 with Keanu Reeves.
Right.
Warner Brothers announced that it's definitely still happening.
Right. We talked about this, I think sometime last week, and we were talking about how Constantine 2, Keanu Reeves in an interview said that every year he's pitched Constantine 2 since the first one came out.
Mm-hmm.
And Warner Brothers is like shut it down every time, and now they want to make it. And from what I understand, this is supposed to be part of Elseworlds.
Okay. And maybe this is on the back half of Chapter 1.
Mm-hmm.
And we just don't know it quite yet. So we'll see. So okay, cool. So we're still getting Constantine. Speaking of, we're still getting Dexter. So it's showtime for some killer news. Showtime is officially moving forward with a new series, which is currently titled Dexter Origins. This image is super creepy, by the way.
Very much so.
I'm gonna move it just so his eyes aren't on screen because it's freaking me out.
Want him to stare at you.
He looks like
Stare
he-
at your soul.
No, seriously, look at his facial expression. He looks like the love child between Jim Carrey and Zod.
Oh God.
He does. Now you
That one-
can't unsee it.
That made me cough. I'm hurting. All right. Dexter Origins is a prequel with a young Dexter, like young Sheldon. Didn't we talk about that? That was a joke from like a couple weeks ago, right?
Right.
A young Dexter at the outset of his transition into the avenging serial killer he would become. The series will see him graduate college to join Miami Metro, where he meets younger versions of various Dexter characters. There's also a Trinity Killer prequel series in the works as well.
Interesting.
So remember, Showtime and Paramount are coming together, right?
Right.
You know, so it's going to be like Paramount Plus Showtime or Showtime on Paramount Plus, whatever it may be. But Showtime's kind of cashing in on their IP, you know, their intellectual property, like Dexter, pulling out prequels and spin-offs like Trinity Killer. They're also dipping into their other series, Billions, and it's getting like 4 different spin-offs.
Billions.
So they're just getting
Billions.
a bunch of
Billions.
Oh, Showtime series Billions is getting multiple spin-offs.
How about no, Scott? Okay.
You might say millions.
In fact, there's 4 shows currently in the works about this financial drama.
All about Showtime.
Oh my god, that's so good. I got to get out of my head. So
I
there's
was raised by the Dutch.
the spin-offs are going to be Billions Miami, which is set in the world of private aviation. Wow, okay, great. Billions London, set in the UK financial industry, whatever. And then I don't know why they're doing this, but there's a show called Millions, where so I guess it's going down. I don't know.
Going down, like oh yeah, let's talk about these billionaires, and now we're gonna talk about these millionaires.
I know, right?
How about
featuring-
you crazy Dutch bastard?
Featuring diverse 30-something financial mogul wannabes in Manhattan.
Okay, that makes sense.
And then the last one is Trillions, based on fictional stories of the richest people in the world, titans of the industry living all over the country, but coming into contact and conflict with each other. So all that is coming to Showtime on Paramount Showtime.
Oh no,
Let's
not
watch shows about people with money eating themselves. Yay! That's totally what I want to watch. It's shows about rich people.
episode Trillions, episode 2, The Decay of Western Society.
Oh, bad.
Okay, keep it going. Moving on to Amazon. Peripheral. I guess this is a big show. Aaron Watson, right? Double A.
Amazing, yeah.
He's been watching this. He said it was really good. So Peripheral has been renewed for season 2 over at Amazon. So I do have a Periphopsis.
Synopsis.
The Peripheral centers on Flynn Fisher, a woman trying to hold together the pieces of her broken family in a forgotten corner of tomorrow's America. Flynn is the smart, ambitious, and doomed. She has no future until the future comes calling for her. The Peripheral is a master storyteller, William Gibson's dazzling, hallucinatory glimpse into the fate of mankind and what lies beyond.
Interesting. I haven't watched
Okay.
it, but I've heard good things. It's definitely something I need to start watching.
Yeah, that sounds like a binge for this weekend. Like that actually sounds good. I think I
Right.
might give this a shot. This sounds really entertaining.
Yeah,
One
and by the way, it's got I skipped skipped over her name, but Chloe Grace Moretz is in it.
Yeah.
I forgot what she's been in, but I totally recognize her.
Kick ass.
Yes, thank you. It's the face. I'm looking at her like adult face versus like her
Yeah.
young face.
Yeah,
Oh,
she played a hooker in Equalizer.
I don't easy.
But she was also like one of the main characters. The whole point was that he was trying to like not trying to save her from her life, but he was just somebody was trying to kill her and he was trying to like save her from that.
And James, if it's not a good binge, you could just turn it off and go see Fast in the theaters.
Exactly.
There you go.
Go watch Fast 10.
Exactly.
Or binge The Peripheral
Exactly.
or Justice League.
Season 1 of The Peripheral is now streaming on the Prime Video.
Oh, okay. I just noticed something here. So it's executively produced by Jonathan Nolan, who is Christopher Nolan's brother.
That is true.
Already worth watching.
Hmm.
If it's one of the Nolan brothers, it's definitely worth watching because Jonathan Nolan co-produces a lot of Christopher Nolan stuff, and he like co-writes. Like he co-wrote Tenet.
Oh, that's right. He did.
Yeah.
You're right. Okay. All right, let's keep it going. I know young Phil is excited for this one. All Sony Spidey stuff all the time.
Oh yeah, that's exactly what I want to watch is more Sony Spidey stuff because they hit it on the head every time. Literally.
I mean, okay.
I mean, this is kind of interesting. So, okay, along with Silk Spider Society that's coming to Amazon Studios, which is like, I think the big deal for me is that Amazon Studios is behind these Sony Spider-Verse shows or movies or whatever it is. But okay, so Silk Spider Society is coming, but now they're announcing there's going to be a new series called Spider-Man Noir.
If
on
Nick
Amazon
Cage
Prime.
isn't playing Spider-Man Noir, I don't want it.
Come on.
If it's
He's
not
too
Nick Cage,
old.
I don't want it.
He's too old.
It's a live action Spider-Man Noir. I need Nick Cage.
Come on. So the series will be set in the 1930s as we follow the adventures of the Spider-Man variant that's ready to take on the criminal underworld in his signature noir style.
All
Does
right.
look cool.
Oh my gosh. I got a big old Spider Noir opsis.
Spider Noir Opsis synopsis.
Forge, you want to read this one? This one's going to make me cough. It's so long.
The alternate version of Spider-Man was introduced in a version of New York during the Great Depression. While investigating a smuggling ring, Peter Parker is bitten by what seems to be a highly venomous spider housed inside a spider god idol. Falling unconscious, Parker has a vision of the spider god promising him power. He then awakes inside a cocoon and emerges from it, now possessing superhuman abilities similar to a spider. As the feared vigilante, the Spider-Man, Parker wages a one-man war against the criminal underworld in New York City, partly to avenge the deaths of his uncle Ben Parker and his mentor Ben Urich at the hands of the city's major crime lord, Norman Osborn.
Dun dun dun.
I'm kind of interested in this. I think I may be more interested in this than I am the Silk Spider Society one.
Nothing against Silk Spider Society. Again, my whole problem with this is I have no faith in Sony.
Do you have faith in Amazon?
I have a little bit of faith in Amazon.
Is it because of The Boys?
The Boys does help with that because they did a really good job with adapting that. But the whole thing with that adaptation was it's not entirely Sony. A lot of that has to do with Seth Rogen because Seth Rogen is a giant comic nerd and he makes sure that things are comic book accurate. So
True.
I'm down. Okay. Are you guys excited? Come on.
Yeah.
Spider-Man? Give me Spider-Man.
Again,
Peter Parker.
again, it's one of those things where I am not gonna I'm not going to be excited until I see at least the first episode of it and see kind of how it plays out.
Gotcha.
I feel
Cool.
the same.
All right. We'll see. All right, let's get into some actual news. I know those are like quick hitters, but this one's kind of interesting.
I heard about this.
Yeah,
Okay, I know you got to go for it, but can you stick around for this one? I just want to get your opinion on this one.
I absolutely, because this is something that was talked about on the radio the other day that it's pissing a lot of people off.
Yes,
bet it is.
exactly. It's pissing off hobbits too. So, is it comforting when we get silly movie theater news again? Because maybe the
No.
pandemic's over. Because
No, this is ridiculous. Go.
AMC Theaters has announced a controversial new price plan that will charge people more money for better seats in the theater. They're rolling it out. It's called Sightline at AMC, which is a ticket pricing initiative based on seat location within the auditorium or theater. What do you guys think of that?
No. I'm not gonna. I already so. I mean, Sacramento doesn't have an AMC theater to begin with, so I mean, it's not even anything that is going to affect us. But I mean,
what do y'all have? Epic?
no, we have like Regal and
Ew, y'all got Regal. I'm sorry.
Mark, like some of the other theaters that are out there. But like
Brendan, we have Brendan
theaters, like I said, Cinemark.
We got a drive-in.
We do. We have an IMAX theater that's just nothing but IMAX.
You want to go to a drive-in when you're out here? That'd be fun.
Oh, geez Louise. You guys probably shop at places like Meijer and Kroger too, don't you?
No, we don't got those.
We don't have Kroger because we have Safeway.
You have what?
Safeway. Safeway owns Kroger.
Oh, for the love of. Okay, back to AMC.
But no, I know where they're trying to go with this, right? I get what AMC is doing. They're trying to do the theater experience because when you go to the theater, not the movie theater, but the theater, tickets are priced based on where you sit. I see where their mindset is going on this, but that's
in the wrong place.
Well, exactly. The thing is that nobody is going to go to AMC strictly because why am I going to go to AMC and pay more for a ticket when I can just go to a Regal or a Brendan or a United Artists or something like that, and
wait 48 hours for it to be on HBO Max? Because there's that too.
Not with all of them though. I mean, some of them are like that, but I mean, like the whole thing is they're trying to do this whole thing where it's like, oh, if you want if you want good seats, you got to pay more, and it's like nobody wants that. Nobody at all is okay with this. You guys think that this is something like I don't know where they think that this is a positive thing. Like it's like, hey, Sightline at AMC, you guys should be excited to pay us more money.
Well, aren't you kind of doing that now, paying for a different priced movie ticket with, say, what is it, like IMAX, or what is it, the XD with the seats that change, like the seats that rumble and whatnot? You're paying more for that stuff anyway, right?
For 40X, but not in a regular theater, though.
Right.
Now, I think what they're going to do, if they're smart, they're not going to make it to where, it's more expensive to get good seats. Like regular price will be good seats, and then they will charge like less for shitty seats.
Forrest, is that a sword in your hand, or are you happy to see me?
It was a Buster Sword.
It was very cool.
Oh, is that what he was waiting for? He was just.
Thank you.
But yeah, no, I think that if they're smart about the way that they're going to do this, they're going to make it so that when you sit in like the front row where nobody wants to sit, it's cheaper seats.
Yeah. Is it a way to increase pricing for tickets without it hurting, like, hey, we'll give you a cheaper seat, but we're also going to increase the price of the main seats, instead of it globally going from like, I don't know, $14 to $17. They're going to be like, hey, we're going to mask pricing hikes by giving you lesser seats over here, but higher price seats over here.
They would have to heavily, heavily, heavily survey their regular customers, and I mean heavily survey them. They would need to figure out what is the most popular seating for certain individuals and then price accordingly. And even then, you're going to get people who are going to come in and be like, you know what, I'm fine sitting on the far east side because it's like $3 cheaper than sitting in the middle.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of people who don't give a shit. They're there to just watch the movie as opposed to sitting in the dead freaking center. And how much more are they going to hike these prices?
Yeah. Dirty joke incoming. So I mean, like, you know, the seats that are going to be the most expensive are going to be like those mid-level seats that everybody likes to see sit where they have the perfect one, and then they go, where else do people sit a lot? Oh, the back row, because it's the handy row where everybody gets a handy.
Okay. All right. So this is kind of interesting. I don't really come at it from like a like wealth point of view. It's more like the seats that people want to sit at, where you're sitting in the middle and you're a little bit higher up. Those are the more in demand seats. It's kind of a supply and demand thing. But for other people, this is more like a economic situation, which I didn't really think of. But like Elijah Wood, chimed in, and he's like, Elijah Wood is criticizing in a recent post on Twitter, Wood slammed AMC by saying the movie theater is and always has been a sacred democratic space for all, and this is a new initiative by AMC Theaters, would essentially penalize people from lower income and reward for higher income. What do you guys think about that?
I mean, that's the thing, is I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying.
Okay.
And there may be an agreement to this or not, but I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying, because it's like, oh, if you can't afford, tickets, which, I mean, it is opening it up for people who normally maybe couldn't regularly afford to go to get movie tickets, but like, you have to sit in shitty seats in order to enjoy this movie because you don't have enough money. But hey, if you've got more money that you can just spend, if you've got expendable income, then hey, you can sit in whatever seat you want. You can go sit in the night in the good seats. Like, I understand where he's coming from when he says that.
What do you think, Forrest? Is it an economic question, or is it just about supply and demand?
We are going to see a freaking movie on a screen. These are not tickets to go see Fluffy live. You're not paying $412 for, good seats to see Gabriel Iglesias. I'm sorry. Seats are seats. You're already paying $15.95 for 2 drinks and a medium popcorn. At least that's how it is in Florida. It's not a surprise, nor is it uncommon knowledge that 80% of any movie theater's profit comes from concession. Period. And to be more specific, concession markup. This is why people go to Dollar Tree and then bring backpacks to the movie theater.
Exactly what I used to do.
Used to.
I don't use that often anymore.
So, no, this is asinine. Bring a live performer. We'll start talking seats. You're going to show me The Flash or Indiana Jones or whatever. I'm good paying my $12.95 to go see it.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, what this is going to do, because this is an AMC initiative, and I'm sure other theaters are going to be like, oh, let's see if this is successful, right? The only success other theaters are going to have is because AMC is doing this. Other theaters are going to get more business because people don't want to go and pay extra money for something that's already expensive. I remember when tickets were like $5 to get into a theater, right? Now it's
I remember $2 Wednesdays.
Oh man, $2.50 matinee at a theater, at a local theater in Brentwood when I was in high school. But I mean, like, I remember when you could get cheap tickets like that, and things were like that. Now tickets are like it kind of blows my mind when I walk into a theater and it's $15 just for a regular ticket for no
For
extra things. You're not
one
seeing IMAX,
person.
you're not seeing a 40X, you're not seeing Screen X. You know, it's not anything that's any different. It's just your regular everyday ticket, $15. It's
But
like,
your seat may recline, and it may be leather and comfier
I don't
nowadays.
care. Like I don't care. As comfortable as some of these seats might be, I'm just as fine sitting in a regular stadium seat
Okay.
Exactly.
to watch this movie. Like that might be an added bonus sometimes, but I'm not going to the movies because of the seat that I'm sitting in. I'm going in because I want to watch a movie.
Right.
AMC, shame on you. Stupid, stupid, stupid.
Here's the quick breakdown. So there's the standard sightline, which is pretty much most seats in the theater. Then there's the value sightline,
Oh Lord.
which is referred to the seats in the front row of the auditorium, as well as ADA seats in each auditorium that are available at the lower price than standard sightline seats. You know, that kind of walkway area where they have the wheelchair accessible seats. So those seats are the ADA seats. And then there's the preferred sightline, which are the seats in the middle of the auditorium and are priced at a premium compared to standard sightline seats.
I like how when you look at value sightline, it says value sightline pricing is only available to AMC Stubs members, including the free tier membership. So what they're trying to do is if you want to get the cheap tickets, they're forcing you, hey, you have to have our membership to our theater.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that's another little hook.
So instead of the American movie cinema, it's the American Mensa cinema. Gotcha. And remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know what Mensa is, you're not a member.
Yeah. There you go. So it sounds like everybody is not into this AMC seating thing. Interesting to see what happens, because you're right, it could start affecting other theaters if for whatever reason it works for AMC. So
right. Again, like I said, I see other theater brands getting boosts in sales, but not because they did anything different. It's because AMC is driving customers away with this initiative.
Right. All right, ready to move on?
I'm ready to move on to bed.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I think Forrest has to get going. So Forrest, as usual, at the end of these episodes, go ahead and give me all of your pluggables, sir. Let everybody know where they can find you, buddy.
All right, here we're gonna make this one quick. If you have a lightsaber from the lightsaber community, or you go to kybercave.com and you buy one, go to saberfont.com. Get yourself a sound font to plug into your saber. You can catch all of the great sound fonts from me, which is ForceFX, my friends, Harry Solo Fonts, Lars Blocko, Juan Sith, all the greats, all on Saberfont. If you don't find my stuff there, or you find that it's kind of boring, you could go to Kyber Cave Productions. I am doing a truckload of stuff over there, playing lots of games, being part of lots of shows. I got a lot of friends over there. They are a magnificent group of people, and it's a great channel, and it's the sister channel to this channel. And if you're not down with that, then come on back to Distance Starting, where Phil and James are kind enough to let me be the third wheel to their show.
I was gonna
Good
say,
night,
if you're
everybody.
not down with that, I got 2 words for you.
Regal Cinemas.
It was, yeah.
That's funny.
Nuts.
Thank you, Forrest. You're awesome. We appreciate you so much.
We love you,
I
brother.
will
so much.
see you cats Thursday.
Yes, sir.
We are now 1 month and 30 days away from the arrival.
Oh my goodness.
It is
Coming up so fast.
How
So
long-
fast.
How long are you gonna be out here for?
2.5 weeks.
Oh yeah, we've got time with you.
I plan to be there
You
unless
gotta find an
LeJack-
AMC.
unless LeJack is like, he is not coming back in this house ever. So
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. Gonna be
good
awesome.
night, kids. Good night, Husbeard.
Well, whatever
Peace out.
Graveyard said Forrest is coming. Whatever Forrest is doing, just make sure he cleans it up when he's done.
Okay.
All All right, man.
Real quick, Cam chimed in. It starts at AMC, then moves to Regal and all the rest because the reserve seating started at AMC, then moved to the rest of the theaters. Oh, interesting. Okay,
Right.
all right.
But again, the difference in all of this is reserve seating didn't cost extra, right?
True.
And moving into an initiative where you're charging people more money for seats, that is going to be something where it's not going to look good on AMC.
Yeah, but you know, I mean, I keep wanting to like be the contrarian on this, and it's like, not every seat is the same. Yeah, give me a different price if I have to sit in front. At least I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna grumble about sitting in the front if I have to see a movie, but at least in the front row. But at least I'm paying $1 or whatever less. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of supply and demand. It kind of makes sense to me. You know, economy aside, and like your own personal wealth and your own personal situation, like whatever, that doesn't affect the theater, but they know what seats sell first. So yes, those are the premium seats, and then everything else is
the middle
just
seats.
whatever,
It's always the middle, like in the prime middle of the theater, because you're at the right eye length where you don't have to look up or look down or anything like that, and you're like right in the middle, so like wherever you don't have to go to like strain your neck. You know, like it's usually the middle of the theater, but it's like I get that. I understand, like I said at the beginning, I understand why they're doing it and what their thought process is, but it's not. It's. I don't think it's going to work the way that they think it is. I don't think people are loyal enough to AMC to be like, oh yes, I'm gonna be loyal to this theater because because I've got so much loyalty to them that they're not going to just go to another theater that's like, well, this theater is 10 more minutes away, but you know what? I don't want to deal with this extra cost.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
It'll be like just like what Cam's saying. It's a matter of like this sets the standard moving forward, and we just all got to get used to it, or what. So,
oh snap! Graveyard is in the building.
Hey there.
what is going on?
Just got done recording an episode.
Was
Oh,
that
they mostly brought out.
Mm-hmm. No Destiny tonight, but recording. So.
Yeah. He's like, I just got finished doing an episode of Destiny.
No, I'm saving those episodes for you, Phil.
Oh, we've got to do that. That needs to be something. We need to have a day where we just rock Destiny together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Especially with the new game coming out. But let's continue the show.
Look at Forrest demands it, and that's what he gets. Let the husband in. Boom.
Yep.
Look at
like
so we move out for this week. I say, can I just go fuck AMC?
Do you have AMC's out where you are?
Everywhere. That's all I have.
Again, where we are, there's not an AMC around us anymore. Everything is all Brendan, Regal, Cinemark. You know, like we have all that out here. There's, the reason I found out there's not an AMC out here is because my work gave us free tickets to AMC, and we realized there's no AMC in the
area. In my county, we literally have two AMCs right next to each other. One's a 12 screener and one's a 16. And then we have the IMAX. Yeah, we probably have 5 in this county.
Yeah, like our closest AMC is in Brentwood, and it's like I'm not going to drive an hour away to go watch a movie just because it's free.
I have to go drive 30 minutes away to not get to an AMC.
Yeah,
and all we have then is Marcus and Imagine. So that's not even. Yeah, we don't have Regals. We don't have any of that stuff out here.
Yeah. Closest to my house is a Regal. It's like maybe 5-10 minutes away.
Okay.
Wow, I just looked it up real quick. Actually, this is just on Fandango, so I don't know if there's any theaters that don't use Fandango, but we have like 5 Century and like 5 Regal, and then a couple like independent ones, but that's it. Like, oh, it's only Century and Regal. I think Brendan is technically in Solano County, so out in Vacaville.
Yeah.
Well, that's crazy. Okay, anyway, let's keep going. Sorry. Alrighty, let's get ready to get spirited away the fantastical world of Hayao Miyazaki. A beloved award-winning film Spirited Away is coming to you live.
Now, they've already been doing the stage show, right?
Yeah. So I guess that there's been a live stage play version of Spirited Away in Japan,
Right.
but only in Japan. So I know this is one of the bigger animes, right? Spirited Away,
Yeah. So it's a Studio Ghibli,
which is owned by Warner Brothers now.
by Warner Brothers, right? Or at least the distribution rights in the United States are owned by Warner Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's a Studio Ghibli film. It's one of the bigger films. From what I've heard, this the stage show Spirited Away is like super high budget.
Okay. But I guess you're going to be able to see it. So it's finally coming to America in a theatrical event. So G Kids is hosting the event. There will be 2 distinct performances with different casts led by Kana Hashimoto and Monet Kamishihari. Yeah, exactly.
Kamishiraishi. Oh yeah, no, I can't say that one correctly. I'm usually good with Japanese names. I can't say that one right.
So it's 2 different actors that are playing Chihiro,
Mhm.
the main character. So I guess they're doing some like theatrical events. Speaking of movie theaters, right? Like where they do like a one-night event type thing. So they're going to show the the live action play in movie theaters. Hopefully not AMC.
Cam is saying he wants to see this.
See?
More than likely, I bet you that this is going to be a Fathom Events kind of thing.
Yes,
Is it one night? Is it a one night only, or are they going to just do the entire run of the play?
They haven't announced it yet. They haven't announced
Okay.
it. Okay, so I do have a Spiritopsis.
Synopsis.
Spirited Away follows 10-year-old Chichiro, who moves to a new home with her parents after they get lost in a mysterious world, and her parents are turned into pigs. God, I remember watching a piece of this. The young girl must survive in the strange fantasy world filled with witches, spirits, bathhouses, and return to the human world. This theatrical version of the play was filmed during the production's 2022 run at the Imperial Theater in Tokyo.
Yeah, so this 100% sounds like a Fathom Events thing.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not well versed in anime, but how do you guys feel this will translate though into a play? Are we going to get like a Spider-Man After Dark type scenario here?
Oh, so from what I've heard that that the play itself is really good. Like it's a really faithful adaptation to the anime itself.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard a lot of good things about it.
Is it a musical?
I don't know, actually.
Cam, is it a musical? He'll let us know. The stage play has been adapted and directed by Tony Award winner John Caird. God damn. I'm sick and I can't read right now. John Caird. Both productions of Spirited Away live on stage will be coming to the U.S. movie theaters this spring. So who knows how long it'll be out there.
Right.
If it's one night or more.
One night only. Sunday. Sorry, it was just an excuse for me to do that.
Rightly so.
Cam chimed in. He said, I've seen the promo video and it looks amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, I've heard good things about the stage show, and I know that they're doing more stage shows of Studio Ghibli properties just because of the success of Spirited Away.
Okay. That's cool.
This has the so I don't know anime, but this has like the giant rabbit creature, right? Am I thinking of the right Studio Ghibli stuff?
No. So it is Studio Ghibli, but it's not the one with the rabbit.
Okay, I was wondering how they're going to do that.
That's the one that they're doing an adaptation for right now.
Really?
Yeah. Totoro is the one you're thinking.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
My Neighbor Totoro. Yeah, no, they announced already that they're doing a live stage show of My Neighbor Totoro.
How are they gonna do that?
I don't know, but they like there's an Instagram online of the workshop that's building a lot of the stuff for the show.
Mhm.
And I think it's in London.
Yeah, and they have like the bus, and they have the rabbit, and they've showed like kind of like like almost not screen tests, but like like mechanics tests.
Mhm.
Like they look amazing.
I mean, you feel like something like that big would be like call Jim Henson Studios and
Right.
make me the animatronic to do it.
Now I know they announced that they're also doing Princess Mononoke, which is like one like another big one that a lot of people love. I want to see them do Howl's Moving Castle. Like that would be a crazy one to see them do.
We'll go see these, and then if the demand is there, maybe there'll be more.
Right, I know, right?
All right, let's keep it going. Don't hang up your cowboy hat just yet, partner. Some surprising news just dropped from Taylor Sheridan's Yellowstone series. Is anybody watching Yellowstone?
I don't. Jackie just started watching it though.
Dude, everybody is raving about Yellowstone, and it's like, I don't know, 3 seasons in, and then it's got two prequels.
spin-offs.
Yeah, dude, it's so nuts, and people are just going crazy for it. So the current iteration of the show is ending sooner than planned, but the Dutton family saga will continue in a new series starring Matthew McConaughey. All right. Party at the Moon Tower. Spread the word. Yeah, I guess according to a report, and again, it's a report, Kevin Costner and the network have been having disagreements over shooting schedules. So check this out. Costner is currently directing and starring in a multi-part Western epic titled Horizon, which he co-wrote with John Baird. John Caird.
No, John Baird. Different person.
That landed at Warner Brothers Pictures and New Line. So right, he's got a new property happening, right? So I guess he's spending most of his time there. Like he just wants to do his own projects now, and he's just like, yeah, I won an award for Yellowstone, but that's great. I want to do my own thing, you know.
Interesting that it's with Warner Brothers Pictures and New Line, because isn't New Line technically owned by Buena Vista, which means it's a Disney property?
Oh, maybe.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is a Disney Warner Brothers collaboration, even though it's not Disney on the name. It's a property owned by Disney. That's interesting. That means the production value is going to be ridiculous.
Yeah. So Paramount and Sheridan are moving to end their signature show. It's expected that several of the actors from the Yellowstone series will jump to the new show. So, like what you were saying, Grave, that there's 2 prequel series. I think one is like 1883 and then 1923.
1923 and 1883. Yes.
Yeah. So it's like 100 years ago. So this next one is going to be like in the same world of Yellowstone, the same timeline of Yellowstone, just starring Matthew McConaughey.
Well, that's right. I'm a cowboy. I'm from Texas.
So it's being reported that it's quite possible that Yellowstone will end with the second half of the current season, which is set to return this summer. Spicy. Wow. Kevin Costner making moves, screwing everybody's schedules.
So he went from a world where water was all over the place and nothing could be found to the deserts of, the Midwest.
Well, has he reached that point of his career? Because every guy seems, as they get older, eventually get into westerns. Still to this day.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that must be it. I mean, he was post-apocalyptic as the mailman, was the postman, was he not?
True, that's true. I mean, he's done a couple post-apocalyptic things, because like the Postman, again, Waterworld was post-apocalyptic. He's done a few things.
And the most fantasy-driven thing where people cared about the Cubs.
Wow.
Oh God. I mean,
Is this heaven?
God, he's not new to westerns though. I mean, like, you know, he did Dances with Wolves, right? So
Interesting.
Okay. You guys ready? Some MCU news?
oh yeah, always
Yes.
right.
On to some MCU news. In a recent interview, director Matt Shackman.
Matt Shankman?
Shankman? Oh my goodness. Of WandaVision fame, who was in line to direct Star Trek 4. Shackman.
You talking about Matt Shankman?
No, there's nobody that exists named Matt Shankman.
Matt Shankman.
I want to shank you. He confirmed that Fantastic Four cameras will be rolling in early 2024, so we're about a year away from production. And the project still seems to be on track for February 2025, so 2 years away from Fantastic Four. Interesting.
And that makes me wonder where they are with the script writing process, where they are with I mean, it's going to be another year before filming, but I mean, like, you know, are they waiting for somebody to try and cast, or have they already casted and just not announced yet? Like, I'm excited to see what's going on with all of this and kind of like what they're going to be doing with Fantastic Four in general. Like, I mean, I've got faith in Shackman to begin with, right? I mean, just like I WandaVision was really good, you know, so it's kind of like I know he can direct the kind of emotion that we want in this. He can direct an ensemble cast. You know, I would like. I'm just excited to see more of what the plan is with Fantastic Four. Also, who the villain is going to be, because I kind of do want Doctor Doom, but I don't want Doctor Doom because I want Doctor Doom as a
Internet troll. Oh, sorry, that's the one we don't talk about.
I want Doctor Doom as a mainstay MCU villain.
Has to be.
I want him to be the like Thanos level villain, right? Like I'm still kind of hoping for him going from being like right now, everybody, like, we all think it's Kang that's going to be the main villain. I kind of want Kang to be a minor villain to the actual villain is Doctor Doom.
Okay, so here's the question.
Kang to be a minor villain?
Here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Secret Wars Battle World? And if so, Doom's involved.
Well, that's the whole thing.
He has to be.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. The whole thing is Secret Wars in general. One of the catalysts of the whole thing is Doctor Doom.
Yes.
Now, on top of that, we didn't get it in Wakanda Forever, but the main storyline that Wakanda Forever is based on is Black Panther War, which again, the catalyst character is Doctor Doom. Doctor Doom is the one that starts the war between Atlantis and Wakanda. So, they said originally there was a scene that they filmed that was the post-credit scene was supposed to be a Doctor Doom reveal.
Yep.
Right. Like, so everybody, I guess minor spoilers right here, but there's a scene early on in Wakanda Forever where there are a bunch of soldiers that are just kind of like, you know, randomly there, and the Wakandans fight them, right? And it became kind of like a minor thing where everybody was just like, well, why did these random ass soldiers just show up and they were just gone, right? And the whole thing is that I guess originally those soldiers were supposed to be a little more involved. They were just kind of like pushing the two cultures together, and it was supposed to be Doctor Doom was orchestrating all of that. And they were supposed to show in the post-credit scene that Doctor Doom, you know, those soldiers are reporting back to Doctor Doom, and they're saying, you know, your plan worked, and he goes, I knew it would, you know, and that's the whole thing. That was supposed to be, you know, that's supposed to be a thing, and then that was supposed to introduce Doctor Doom, and we were supposed to get more down the line. And it wasn't even supposed to be like a full reveal. It was supposed to be like a Thanos level reveal, right? Like where, you know, he turns his head and smiles in the Avengers.
Yeah.
Right? It was supposed to be one of those things like you don't actually see who it is. They haven't even cast for him yet. They were just going to have a stand-in and say, I knew it would. And then just
well, they could have said that where these soldiers come from, Latvia. That would have been that's all they needed to say.
Right. They could have easily said just made something where it was like, these those soldiers weren't American soldiers. Well, what were they? Apparently they came from Latveria.
Yeah.
Maybe Doctor Doom's gonna be French in the MCU.
Well, there's rumors that he'll be from Sokovia as well.
That could make sense, but the thing is that again, I wouldn't want it to be Sokovian. I wouldn't want him to be Sokovian, like, because I feel like that's just it's almost undercutting who he is. Like, I think we still need Latveria, and that he is the king of Latveria, and he is, because that makes him a more layered, nuanced character. Because remember, they've shown it in the comics that whenever you talk to Latverians, they always have nothing but good things to say about him because he's a good king. He rules his country in the best interest of his people, but the best interest of his people also means destroying the rest of the world.
Right.
I mean, that's everybody. That's the Black Panther. That's Namor. That's technically that's Black Adam. You know what I mean? It's
right
about your people first.
But
right.
I mean, how many more high C government officials and underground governments and militias can we have in the MCU left? I mean, we have essentially half the population of the world is part of some underground secret organization at this point in time.
True. That's true.
Yeah, like I feel like it's kind of how some of the stuff in they established that Wakanda was already a country. They just didn't know that it was what it was.
Right.
Because they talked about how it's a small country that does textiles, right? And everybody thought that it was a nothing country, and they knew who T'Chaka was, but he was the king of Wakanda, but they thought Wakanda was like a nothing country, not realizing that they were the most technologically advanced country in the world. So it's the same thing, you can have even a small thing would be they have a UN meeting and they have somebody from Latveria that's sitting in on,
or just an empty chair with the placard
that just says Latveria, right? That's the whole thing, is you just have to have small Easter eggs and small references, and then we know Latveria exists, and in knowing that Latveria exists, that means that in turn a Doctor Doom has to exist.
Yes.
In the chat, Daniel Flores, small rumor I heard is that Deadpool will be making his MCU debut in the end credits of FF. Seen it in the headline, couldn't find any other source though.
Where's Deadpool coming out? Yes. I thought Deadpool was coming out before Final Fantasy or Fantastic Four. What's the timeline? I thought it was really close.
I think Deadpool is supposed to be in 2025, I think is the release for it. Which is funny because they're already filming Deadpool right now.
Right.
And they're not even filming Fantastic Four yet. But I mean, I think the whole idea is that they're supposed to be doing Fantastic Four, and then Deadpool comes out a little bit later, and that's supposed to be
it says November 2024.
Yeah, I'm looking it up right now. November. Yeah.
Yeah, that's before Fantastic Four.
Oh, then all right. Sorry, Chef Megatron. I feel like that may be a grab for you, man. Because if Deadpool comes out, then that it might be that the end credit scene in Deadpool is a Fantastic
Four.
Yeah. So actually, let's talk about that. So, like what Grave is saying, November 8th, 2024 is Deadpool, and then February 14th, 2025. So they will probably be, what is that? 2-3 months apart.
3 months.
Yeah. So they'll probably be back to back.
Yeah. And I mean that it would make sense to do a Fantastic Four reveal in Deadpool.
Interesting.
Well, I think what will happen. Here's my prediction: the multiverse recursion will happen, and Reed Richards will detect it, leading up to that Deadpool coming into the canon MCU, and will detect that incursion.
I still like the idea. Somebody's been making jokes because this is not, this is not a canon thing or anything they're doing. But I like the idea of, because Deadpool is so meta, that you just have him at some point in the movie just sit down in front of a computer and click and drag a bunch of folders from Fox over to right, and then basically everything that was at Fox is now in Disney, and they exist in that universe, and nobody Nobody acknowledges it at all. It's just like they just existed there the entire time, and that's how we get Reed Richards, and that is like the smartest way to do that.
I like it.
I'm in. I like it. I like it. Okay, we got some more MCU news. We saw the Guardians trailer earlier, so let's talk storyline because Marvel has shared a new synopsis.
A synopsis.
For Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 with additional details. These details will have fans worried about Rocket and the lives of his buddies. So I do have a Guardians of the Synopsis.
Guardians of the Synopsis.
Our beloved band of misfits are settling into life on Nowhere, but isn't long before their lives are upended by the echoes of Rocket's turbulent past. Peter Quill, still reeling from the loss of Gamora, must rally his team around him on a dangerous mission to save Rocket's life. A mission that, if not completed successfully, could quite possibly lead to the end of the Guardians as we know them. Aw,
Wow.
so sad.
I mean, we kind of knew that this. James Gunn said that this current lineup will be different for Guardians moving forward after this.
Yeah,
Right. And I know we got Cosmo in this. Again, we were talking earlier because we watched the trailer before you came on. But Adam Warlock is somebody who, we're going to be getting in this movie. Maybe he does become officially a part of the Guardians in this iteration.
Mm-hmm.
Adam Warlock, I feel, is way too OP to be a part of the Guardians, but I mean, that'd be dope.
Well, I mean, we have to branch more cosmically. We really do.
But Adam Warlock is too OP of a character. That is a dude who, if they introduce Richard Rider, then I could see him being a part of Guardians, even though Richard Rider can fly. But I mean, I feel like the characters that are part of the Guardians of the Galaxy should be like everyday dudes, right? Rather than being dudes who are super powered. Again, Nova is too OP, even though I could see them doing Nova because they could do, Drax level jokes with him. He'd be way too serious and they'd be just joking with him.
Oh, yeah.
Or again, Adam Warlock makes sense as an ally, but Adam Warlock is one of the dudes in the comics that could defeat Thanos on his own. So, I mean,
right.
Adam
Just like Thor kind of joining the Guardians, or palling around with the Guardians. He was just like, he wasn't really part of the Guardians, but he was just there.
He was slumming it.
Yeah, he was slumming it with the Guardians.
Yeah. No, I think, I mean, we have lots of rumors, Daniel, obviously, that go out, but I mean, Rocket, he's not technically a raccoon.
I mean,
that's weird to me.
He's a genetically altered raccoon, so he's technically a raccoon.
We'll probably find out.
Right, we will. And so my theory, and I want this to be true so much, I've been saying it at a certain other chat that has a break room every day, is as much as I want Mr. Sinister so much, and we have the high evolutionary who does genetic engineering and creatures, and that's what Mr. Sinister does with X-Men.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Are you reading the current run of X-Men right now?
No.
Oh my gosh, you should probably pick that up because I don't know what the arc is called, but it's all about Mr. Sinister.
Mm-hmm. Is it House of X?
No.
Okay.
But it turns out
House of X is one of their current runs right now.
Okay.
So what happens with Sinister is what we know about Sinister is only like the tip of the iceberg, and really, the Sinister that we know is a clone of the original Mr. Sinister. But there's 4 clones active right now within the Marvel universe, and you know how Sinister has a diamond on his head, or on his forehead.
Yeah.
So there's Diamond Sinister, and then there's the Sinister of Spades, and one that has a heart and one that has a club, and they're all doing different things, but they're all trying to advance humankind.
Right, and I would love for Sinister to somehow get his hands on the High Evolutionary's work and use that for his basis.
Yeah,
Sinister makes a lot of sense for Deadpool too, because remember the two like biggest mutate characters in the comics are Mr. Sinister and Deadpool, and that's where like they've done storylines where Deadpool has fought against Mr. Sinister, and like they bring up the fact that they're both mutates and not actual mutants. Like they're mutants that were not born with the X gene.
Sinister made himself a mutant.
Right. Sinister made himself a mutant. Deadpool was made a mutant in the Weapon X program.
Correct.
Sins of Sinister. That's what it's called.
Oh, okay. No, I've heard about that line too.
Go check that one out. Sins of Sinister. I was doing a little bit of research on it and looked super interesting.
Yeah.
Anyway, James Gunn said one of the reasons why I came back to make the movie was because I felt like I needed to tell Rocket's story. I would have been very sad not to complete the trilogy for many reasons, but I just feel very connected to Rocket. I feel nobody would be able to tell his full story if it wasn't me. So that's cool.
Yeah,
I dig that. All right, cool. So
I think Rocket will end up with the Otter and he'll stop fighting. I don't think Rocket's life is in danger. I think it's Dave Bautista's.
Right. It's Drax's.
It's Drax's, yeah.
Especially because he's been saying that, because James Gunn's not going to be directing, he doesn't want to be in any of those.
Because the perfect end to his story is to finally find peace to be with his family.
That's true.
Right. Exactly. Or like Nebula will die, and that's how Gamora kind of finds her humanity side again, like her sensitive side,
She has the darkest eyes.
And I mean, like we saw in the trailer, like Leela's going to be there. So I mean, like that's the name,
right?
So it's like it's that in the comics that's his girlfriend. It's going to be interesting to see that world that the High Evolutionary created that Rocket was on, because it's all like small woodland creatures that have been genetically enhanced that the High Evolutionary just like stole from other worlds.
But how is that genetic work done not any different than Boba, who raised Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch?
Yeah.
Don't bring cows into this. I'm getting hungry as it is.
Boba is a different monster, and I love the Boba Easter egg in WandaVision.
Yes.
All right, let's keep it going. Since we're talking about Disney sequels, after Disney's last animated film, Strange World, bombed at the box office, Disney is going back to what got them to the top.
Huh! Oh boy, it's sequel time.
During the company's earnings call, Disney CEO Bob Iger announced that the animation production team are hard at work developing new films for Frozen, Toy Story, and Zootopia.
Of course they're busy. They just laid off 7,000 people.
Yeah. Frozen, I understand. Toy Story, I don't know if we need another Toy Story. Like they had such a good run. Like Toy Story 4 was fun, but it's just kind of like, I don't know if we need to continue those movies. Zootopia 2 sounds interesting.
Yes. That makes sense.
Yeah.
And there's a whole land in
Right.
like one of the international parks for Zootopia.
And they're building another one at Disney California, aren't they?
I don't know if they're building a land for it quite yet.
Yeah, I thought they were building something Zootopia related at Disney California.
Not that I've seen quite yet.
You're talking about
But-
in the movie? That there's more land? Or just
No.
Wow.
At Disneyland, like
Okay.
here in California.
We have something here in California, Grave, called Disneyland. I don't know if you've ever heard of it.
No.
It's a theme park, and there's actually two of them. There's Disneyland and Disney California Adventure.
Is it the happiest place in the world?
It is.
So why would I be there? I'm grave here.
Solid. That's good.
Yeah, that was good. Really good.
So Frozen 3, Toy Story 5, and Zootopia 2 are coming. Yeah. Frozen 3 totally makes sense. Huge franchise. That's their new princess line, right?
I've
even though they're
watched
both
it like
queens.
1,000 times because I have two young daughters.
It's interesting that two of the movies on this list that they announced are Disney animation, and then one of them's Pixar. It's like, are they dictating Pixar's like releases, or because remember, like the high ups at Pixar have always said that they will not make a sequel unless it makes sense and it's spiritually as good as the predecessor. So is this because they said, like Pixar said, hey, we have a Toy Story movie that we think is good and will come out? Or is this Disney moving their hand and saying, you need to come up with a Toy Story movie because that's our franchise?
Well, you know, like they could have ended after 3, right?
It
And
should have ended after 3.
we were all crying when they were at the, like, you know, the dump and they were about to get incinerated. You know, spoiler alert. But
What?
Toy
That's
Story
13
4
years old.
But Toy Story 4, it still had a good story, and seeing the whole Buzz and Woody,
right,
you know, kind of arc kind of come to an end, so to speak,
right,
was super interesting. It was like heartbreaking to me to watch them like voluntarily leave. It's like when, you know, a kid grows up and goes to college.
Yeah,
kind of thing, like Andy.
Like Andy, right? And then I mean, we got Keanu Reeves out of it, so I mean,
exactly.
Boom.
Duke kaboom.
Duke kaboom.
So I'm kind of okay with it.
Because it was 1 was what, 93? 2 was like 96, and then 3 was 2010.
Mm-hmm.
So it was like 14 years between them, and then Toy Story 4 was what, 2020?
Was it 2020 or was it 2019?
I'm just saying, like,
I want
usually,
to say it was pre-pandemic.
oh, maybe it might have been right at the start.
Somebody start Googling.
If only we had some search engine.
I saw it in theaters.
2019.
I was gonna say I saw it in theaters and I was maskless, so definitely was before the pandemic.
Oh, I'm really wrong with my dates. 95 was the first one. 99 was the second one.
There's a munchkin on the screen.
Say hey. Hi. Kaya, are you excited for a new Frozen movie? Yeah. Are you excited for a new Toy Story movie? Yeah. How about a new Zootopia movie? Yeah. Which one's your favorite? Anna and Elsa. Yeah, me too. Me too. All right, when you go have fun.
She's like, no, I want to be on the show.
You want to learn about Moon Girl? Okay. All right, let's go get a churro. In Disneyland news, Moon Girl has landed at Disneyland Resort. Are you excited for Moon Girl?
I kind of am, because I've gotten glimpses of the comic book, the Moon Girl and the Devil Dinosaur. I mean, it was an old school comic book that didn't do very well, and then they decided to like revamp it, and it's like been killing it lately. You know,
we watched it. It's out on
oh, that's right. There's a
Disney Channel.
I forgot there's a cartoon of it now.
Yeah,
oh,
and
there
actually,
isn't there?
Yeah, it just came out. You know, we were talking about it with Matt Aguilar from Comic Book Nation. So the first couple episodes dropped on Disney Channel, and I think tomorrow the first 6 episodes are coming to Disney Plus. So
I'm gonna have to check it out.
Excited. And by the way, you're gonna love this, young Phil, because they talked about it when Matt interviewed the creators and the showrunners. But Devil Dinosaur, he doesn't have any lines, just grunts, you know, like a dinosaur, right?
Is it Freddie Tatasciore?
It's Fred Tatasciore.
Nice.
Freddie Tatasciore, I love you, man. Oh my God. Fred Tatasciore was one of the coolest guys to meet, man. We met him at LA Comic Con, and well, not at the con itself, but we met him at an improv show that we went to. And dude, he was so cool, man. I love Freddie Tatasciore, man. He's one of the coolest guys ever.
Well, you know, one quick note about that. So one of the interesting pieces that came out of that interview from Matt with the creators was that, so Fred asked, you know, hey, I'm playing Devil Dinosaur. That's great. Can I get some lines? And they're like, it's a dinosaur. He doesn't have lines. You know, he's just gonna grunt and whatnot. You know, you're gonna grunt a bunch of different ways, and we're gonna use that for the script and and for production moving forward, right? He's like, no, I really want to know what the dinosaur is feeling and thinking, and I'm gonna interpret that into the grunts and the sounds and the emotion that the dinosaur is giving out. And it's like, oh my god, that's so smart. Fred Tatasciore, you're amazing for like taking that level of detail, so it was super cool.
Yeah,
that,
Freddie.
Freddie did
Freddie's
that.
awesome, man. I love Freddie Tatasciore.
Nice.
So that's really cool. So anyway, Moon Knight is coming to Disneyland Resort. So Marvel's Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur debuting like now on Disney Channel, and tomorrow, tomorrow 6 episodes on Disney Plus is coming to Disney California Adventure.
Oh, nice.
So
so it's going to be at the Avengers campus?
Sort of. I don't know. Have you been to? When was the last time you went to California Adventure?
Dude, I haven't been to like any of the Disney resorts since before they did Star Wars, man. I haven't.
Oh, okay. So there's a spot like in, I guess, the Hollywood area of California Adventure.
Okay.
Towards the end of the main street. I don't know what the street.
Yeah, kind of where Guardians Breakout is at. Like when you get to the end.
It's down the street from that, but there's a little spot. It looks like a New York sidewalk, almost like a something you'd see from like Friends, but really that's where they used to have Spidey.
Yeah.
Do his interactions. It's going to be right there. So that's actually what they're showing in the little still is that's where Spider-Man used to be, kind of hanging out, taking pictures.
Have you seen? Oh, you saw it at LA Comic-Con, but like the walking, talking blue Velociraptor.
Yes,
they need to do Devil Dinosaur like that.
I was thinking the same thing. Like this would be one of those easy, cosplay, like one of those inflatable Disney or inflatable dinosaur costumes. So easy to do. So
I can imagine though, like kids would be scared of it.
Yeah. But it's endearing. So Moon Girl, 13-year-old super genius Lunella Lafayette, who protects New York's Lower East Side, she calls it the LES, with her 10-ton T-Rex dinosaur or devil dinosaur in the latest Marvel superheroes to have their own heroic encounters. So, I mean, you can meet.
So was that a Moon Devil Opsis?
Sort of. So you can meet Spider-Man, Black Panther, Ant-Man, Wasp. I met Thor, Doctor Strange when I was there, Black Widow when I was there.
Nice.
Black Widow just laying there.
Wow. So rude.
Wow.
So rude. Was Doctor Strange a zombie?
I'd go see him if he's a zombie.
Right. I'd meet Fat Thor. You know what I mean? I'd be okay with that.
Oh, Bro Thor needs to happen. They need to do that.
But check out this. So the series is out right now, Disney Channel, but it's also going to be on Disney Plus. Check out this voice cast: Diamond White, Fred Tatasciore, Lawrence Fishburne, Craig Robinson, Allison Brie, Andy Cohen, Daveed Diggs, Maya Hawke, Jennifer Hudson, Cliff, Method Man Smith, Kobe Smolder, and Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes?
Is he gonna be Blade?
I don't. How cool would that be?
That would be great. Cool. No, oh my god, I want to know who Method Man's playing.
Yeah, you need to just go watch.
Is he playing himself?
That would be great. He's just
METHOD, man.
Yeah.
So kind of cool. I kind of dig this.
Black crime.
So somebody new. I dig that. Marvel's branching out and trying new things. So I'm into it.
Yeah. That's dope. But you know what other new things are out there?
What else is out there?
As far as like new coolness, the new coolness is that we got merch, people. Oh yeah,
we got merch, people. Oh,
what kind of merch do you have?
Like that hat on your head. We got that. We got hats. We got a few. Some hats got sold. Some hats got given away during KyberCon 3. So we have a very, very limited amount of hats left. We only have Galaxy Gray left. If you want a hat, hats are $35, $30 if you're going to get multiple hats. If you get multiple, you might buy them all. Now that I'm thinking about it.
I know, right?
We do have shirts available as well for $20 or $25 if we got to ship. Look at that. Look at the puff. The puff is good. I dig that. We also have stickers. So if you want stickers, we just got some sticker packs. So if you want some, all you got to do is message us. Best way, if you want a hat or shirt and let us know your size or a pack of stickers, message us on Instagram at Distance Nerding and let us know what you're looking for. We'll put it together for you. We'll work it out with you. Go from there. Cool?
Very cool. Very, very,
And by the way, we might have more coming soon, but I'm not going to ruin the surprise quite yet.
Oh yeah, there's a couple of things. There's some stuff that people have been asking for that we're looking into. So it's gonna be some fun stuff.
Nice.
All right. Well, that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk to you guys about the schedule. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, our schedule on Mondays, usually from 8 to 12, but this last week I had some personal things that popped up, so I had to play later. But normally from 8 to 12, I got game streams. Now we've been playing Dead Space. If you're into horror games, definitely a thing to watch. If you're not into horror games, I'm sorry, just gonna have to wait until I play Harry Potter. Tuesdays, if not, I mean, in our reality, just get over it. It's a video game.
Scary things are scary.
Get into the fear. Tuesdays, the download from 6:30 to 8:30. Ladies and gentlemen, the show that you are watching right now is the download. We talk news, we talk rumors, we talk trailer reactions, we do reviews, we talk about all the cool things that are out there, all the fun stuff in the nerd world. Now, Thursdays, we do the build. Ladies and gentlemen, I build Lego on stream while we interview cool and interesting people. Sometimes celebrities, sometimes just again interesting people. This week we've got Ed Makuge. I could not say that name for a second. Ed Makuge, who is a cosplayer. Met him at LA Comic-Con, and he's got some pretty cool costumes that he does and whatnot. Now he did James, I'm sure you'll appreciate this one. He did the Infinity Stone Ultron.
Oh,
Yeah.
Really?
cool.
Yeah, and it
From
looked
What If?
dope from What If. And it was
Wow.
so he's going to be coming on the show this Thursday. We're going to be talking about him, about his kind of like the builds that he does and everything like that. So we'll talk about his builds while we're talking about my build, which I'm building the Atari 2600. Fun times, guys. You got to get on there and check it out. All the cool things. I built the Asteroids game this week. And the console is starting to get up. I'm on bag number 10 right now, I believe.
How many?
Out of 16.
Okay.
So that right there. And then
That'll go quick.
course.
That'll go quick.
of course, Graveyard is doing a bracket right now.
I am.
Best, and I think it's best villain and superhero bracket,
Yep.
right? Yeah,
Mhm.
and it's both Marvel and DC. So it got pretty heated, because I mean we really got into the aspects of is this character really a hero? Like we eliminated Wolverine right off the bat, and that's just because not that Wolverine is not a good character, but I mean, if he wasn't on the X-Men, he would be a villain. Straight
Very
Yeah. Yeah.
up, because
and has been when he wasn't on the X-Men.
right,
Yeah.
and it's mainly because he's such a lone wolf when it comes to things. He kind of just does what he wants to do, and his morals are kind of just out there.
Oh, I can't wait for us to get to the villain side. What makes a better villain?
I mean, when we get into
That'll be
that,
fun.
like it's like who is more purely evil? Whose intentions are more villainous? It's gonna get interesting. It is gonna get interesting when we get to the villains. Like, you know, who's the character you love to hate more?
Yeah. I hope when it becomes to the final two for hero and villain, we have to pit them against each other. I hope one's Marvel and one's DC.
Ooh, that would be kind of fun.
We're gonna do our own Amalgus universe.
Exactly.
I like it.
Exactly. So that's us, guys. Now, of course, we stream all of our shows on Twitch, and then our Tuesday and Thursday shows, the download and the build are on YouTube. So go and follow us if you're not already following us on those channels. Set your reminder. Make sure that when we go live, you get that notification. You're out there hanging out with us. You're in the chats with all the guys that are there, and of course on the game streams. And James is posting a whole bunch of fart noises the entire game. You know, stuff like that. So let's have all of the fun, guys. Come and check us out. Distance Nerding everywhere at Distance Nerding.
At also distance nerding.
At Distance Nerding. Yeah.
Hey, before we get to your pluggables, Grave,
Yes.
I just want to give a big shout out to you and Salem and They Mostly Pod Out at Night, mostly podcast, because thank you so much for sponsoring KyberCon 3. That was awesome. It's so cool. You pretty much lower the price for all the attendees. So that's, I don't even think people really knew that, but that's super cool that you did that. That's awesome. I saw all the shirts that were out there on the table that, you know, shout out to Aubrey, shout out to Anthony. They were slanging them. I saw Tommy Bechtold with one.
Oh, Tommy Bechtold was wearing it the whole show. I love
Oh,
it.
yeah.
Whole show.
I loved it. I loved seeing.
Super cool. Super cool. I think Say Wong ended up winning a shirt.
He was very disappointed looking at the picture.
I mean, he was happy. He was toting it around.
Oh, that's his happy look? Okay.
That's his happy look. And he's like, and he kept saying your name. He's like, I can't wait to show this to Graveyard. And I'm like, you should wear it.
Did you guys both get merch?
No, we've got merch, people.
We've got merch, people. We've got merch, people.
I didn't end up getting one. We were kind of watching the last panel. And then as things were kind of breaking down, then we ended up talking to some of the talent like Tim Donaldson and Alan Fernandez as things were wrapping up. So I didn't end up getting a shirt. I don't know. I think we got a Kyber Cave shirt, but that was like at the very end, right before we were leaving.
We'll have to. I'll talk to Metsu about that.
We'll figure it out. We'll make sure. We'll do some kind of something. We'll make something happen.
All right.
But they were cool. And people got them, so that's cool. Say Wong better be wearing his right now. Now give us some pluggables.
I'm pretty sure Say Wong is wearing it right now as we.
I hope so.
I know, right?
And that's it. Like he's naked underneath.
Exactly.
That's what I meant.
It's like that one dude who like pulls all the tablecloths, but he's naked. Have you seen that dude?
What are you talking about? I want to say yes, I really do.
The Asian dude that always pulls like the cloths, but he's like completely naked.
Why is he gotta be Asian?
Because he is Asian.
Is he Bobby Lee? What? Who's this?
It sounds like Bobby Lee.
It's what's funny is if I pulled up a video of him right now, you would know. Oh, I know who that is, because that dude's like all over social media. So it's like,
I have not seen that.
Anyways, give us your pluggables, sir.
Yes. So I am Graveyard, co-host of the Mostly Pilot Night, Mostly podcast. We release a podcast every Wednesday. We just record ours tonight for release tomorrow. So check that out. You can find us anywhere you get your podcasts. I'm also uploading them as movie files into YouTube, so you can just listen to us while you go to sleep on the YouTube app. You don't have to watch anything. It's just our sweet voices talking to you about all things horror. Top of that, you can find me releasing a Retro Alcove episode every Monday at Kyber Cave Productions. And also, you can find me at Kyber Cave Gaming Live after the build on Thursdays and Kyber Cave After Dark on Fridays, with more shows coming out soon.
Awesome.
Awesome. Super cool.
Did you guys listen to the last one we did on Friday night? The nerd out format I started?
Yeah, I was in the chat.
Yeah. What'd you think of it?
Yeah, I liked it. It was really cool. I'm glad you guys were talking about it. You had the right people. You had Frager.
Oh yeah. I got all the people that
Forza.
couldn't make it to the con.
Exactly. All the East Coast and
Midwest.
I was gonna say Midwest.
Yes.
Midwesterners.
Yep.
That's cool. Yeah, I dug it. It was really cool, like kind of like this, where we just kind of talk about nerdy stuff and news and whatnot. So it was cool to hear you guys about it. So I'm down.
Yeah, I kind of want to do it like a Saturday morning like thing, so you'd wake up like old Saturday morning cartoons, but it's the nerd out.
Yeah,
I like
you
that.
can maybe like coffee and comics or something like that. Where it's like wake up and you talk comics or something like that.
Yeah,
I dig it. I'll be watching
comics.
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
Coffee talk.
I need coffee. All right, James, you want to lead us out?
Have something you want to discuss? Tell us what you're nerding out on, and make sure to let us know in the Facebook group, the Distance Nerdington Post. Join Facebook. If you still use Facebook, do you still use Facebook?
I still use Facebook.
If you don't, tell your mom. Tell your mom to join the Distance Nerdington Post on Facebook, and you can nerd out, and she can feel cool that you guys are relating over nerd stuff.
Right, exactly. Now, guys, I tell you every week, all the time, you hear it on every episode. You can go to distancenerding.com and you can buy us a taco. Join the taco party, ladies and gentlemen, because it is the greatest thing you can do to support the show. It's what makes it so that we can continue to go to shows and we can continue to come out and see everybody. And that's how we get all the prizes so that we can send you more prizes, because I'm not afraid to buy your affection. In all reality, I guess I'm saying that you're buying your own affection, but no, more likely it's actually coming out of my pocket. So, guys, join the taco party. Come and hang out with us, or come and support us. But guys, connect with us at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Discord, MySpace, Friendster, GeoCities, OnlyFans. It's only pictures of Aaron Watson and Mandels. All
Fine.
at Distance Nerding. And you guys know we are here to party. Exactly. James loves that I'm just always.
This is young Phil thwipping and being Emerald Lagasse, throwing salt and
bam.
I'm just
judo chopping.
I masticate a lot. Don't you love how close that is to another word?
No, I don't.
Yes, I really do.
Naked Asians and tablecloths and masticating.
Masticating is talking with your hands, what I do all the time.
You're mansplaining, masticating. Great.
I am mansplaining, masticating. All right, ladies and gentlemen, find us all in every place that exists at Distance Nerding.
Thanks, and keep nerding together.
That's right. Now, guys, it is time for the dance party. I'm not sure if you guys are ready for it, but I'm ready for it. Let's have some fun. Dance off, pants off. No way, my pants are staying on.
Take them off. Be Asian. Come on.
Bam!
Distance Nerding.
Welcome to Flavor Town.
Oh, of course, Robin. I am. Welcome to Flavor Town!